Welcome to BB on Blast with me, Lindsay.
And me, Gaz.
And this is our first proper episode of the series.
Yeah.
That's not on a train. You won't hear any station announcers in the background.
No one will have to pause while all of the stations between Boreham Wood and London are announced.
We've got no drunk people on it until us in an hour. And actually, clink. These make a better noise, a clinking noise.
Yeah, those other ones are a little bit heavy, weren't they?
Yeah, they're cheap.
New glasses for 2018 as well.
Yeah.
And a new, brand new sofa that we're sitting on.
Which Gaz just had to dig a dead mouse out from
yeah,
behind. That's ruined the...
First thing, I'm on my way over and Lindsay's like, yeah, I need your help when you get over. I'm like, why? Oh, there's a dead mouse behind the sofa. Tally keeps going around trying to find it.
He was sniffing under there.
He looked like he was freshly dead, though.
Do you know what? I'll tell you a secret. Towie was sniffing around under there yesterday, and I got my iPhone light, and I looked under there.
You saw it yesterday?
I thought, that looks like a mouse under there, and then I just thought, nah, it can't be. So then today I've got a different torch, my emoji torch. Yeah. I saw it clear as day. I thought, fuck. So I know it's been under there 2 days. So
you must have bought it in the night.
Yeah. So I knew it was dead, but, ooh, gross.
It was intact still.
It's amazing that when we got rid of my old sofa, there weren't more dead mice behind it. There weren't any dead mice behind it.
That is a shocker.
Yeah.
But this one's more accessible because it's higher.
Yeah. So all in comfort.
This, I think, is going to be a more comfortable podcasting experience for us now. This sofa is amazing.
This is going to be the most professional year of podcasting
we've ever done.
You've ever heard.
And do you know how I knew where I had to sit on the sofa?
How?
Because Lindsay had put down a name towel for me. So I knew that was my spot.
It's first come, first served. It always is. So should we have a quick general chit? What's going to happen is we're going to record for about 40 minutes, and then actual Tonight Show's on, which is Sunday's show.
So we got to watch that.
Because Gaz come round too fucking late, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, professional. And so we're going to do about 40 minutes, then we're going to have a pause, then we're going to do... But we're not going to rush, don't you worry. We're going to take every day.
We can't rush this. This is good Big Brother.
Is actual, real Big Brother again, isn't it?
Right.
But you know what? With the launch, I was like, oh, this is crap.
Yeah, because because that Maggie is there, we don't know who that is. Ashley, we don't know who that is. Jess, we don't know who that is.
I still don't know who any of those three are.
They are basically the extras in this story, so it doesn't really matter.
I know, but I'm worried that Jess is going to get airtime if she gets off with one of these idiots.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Foman.
Because that's the only sort of shitty thing in it, really. And that's not much.
No, it's minimal compared to like the real issues that are coming out of this Big Brother.
But after the launch, like the first day show, which is the first day we're going to discuss, that actually felt like, and also not just that, just like the way they'd shot it, and just loads of things felt different. You know about the things like this. What did you think was different?
They've tried to change the feel of the show, clearly.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that Marcus doesn't do Dear One, 11:24 a.m.
I didn't even notice that he wasn't doing that.
But then, to be honest, neither did I on the first episode. And then Joseph said, what do you think about it? I was like, oh, fuck yeah.
I bet Marcus himself is pissed off about it.
I don't know. I'd like to know how he feels, because I keep tweeting like, it's not right having Marcus not do this and tagging him in it, but he hasn't engaged.
He even follows me, even after our crosswords that time.
He does engage sometimes. We had a bit of chat about something. Actually, I think it might have been about India. No, it wasn't about India. It was about Brexit. The Brexit one, when we'll come to it later, but yeah, Marcus engaged with me about that.
Oh.
So yeah, he hasn't said anything about not doing the times.
So is it like a demotion for him, or do you think he just thinks it's better because the show is better?
I just think the show could be great and have that as well. Like it's always had that. I don't know why they've taken it away. It doesn't seem
purist.
Don't you think they're just like innovating for pointless reasons?
Yeah, but at least we've not got all the montages of them bloody getting up in the morning and all this other bullshit.
Well.
What, you missed that now?
No,
hell,
no.
They can't win. They literally cannot. They literally can't win.
I don't miss the montages. I don't like the montages. But every morning it's starting with library shots, with music, and it feels like a little bit like Made in Chelsea, like the way they set a scene. What I don't like, and I do like the drone shot, the high drone shot from launch night. What I don't like is seeing pictures of cars go by in Boreham Wood, because that ain't fucking Boreham Wood. We've seen Boreham Wood. It looks like shit.
Yeah, I walked fucking through it the other night and they're pissing down rain.
Exactly. And it doesn't look like those shots, but they're doing this like scene setting of like life going by in Boreham Wood.
I don't remember.
And then they
go
like over the wall to the garden and shoot down into a bush or whatever, or the hot tub.
What's happening in Big Brother, not outside.
It's breaking
outside contact.
It's breaking me out of the scene a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about what's out there. All I will care about is the bubble of Big Brother.
Isn't I wonder if this will be the first series of no outside contact. Obviously not. And also all the...
Hey, they've all gone in and said, hey, I've been watching you for 3 days. You're coming across great.
That's what I was going to say.
That is not right.
Sequester. They could have just sequestered her.
Why wouldn't you?
All the guys went in wanting to kiss Anne's ass. Oh, I'm going to be friends with Anne. It's like, good luck with that.
Why would you want to be friends with Anne?
Exactly.
She's awful.
Yeah. So should we...
Face like a bag of spanners.
Should we get started? Because there's a lot.
Let's get started.
Oh, and also on the day one, the recap was good.
Pretty short.
There's hardly any. And also it's just different in tone and style. And also they just showed they didn't show everyone going like hello. They just showed one interesting thing that people said.
Okay.
Did you notice that? It was just they just showed little sound bites of interesting things.
Which we hadn't necessarily heard on the launch either.
No.
When Anne said, mirrors everywhere, the sort of people who usually do this programme can't stop looking at themselves.
Well,
she does know what's behind the mirrors, right? Maybe not.
I wish that I'd looked behind the mirrors better when we were in there to see what you could see. Did you look?
No, because we got rushed through the camera run, didn't we?
Next time, if we get to go in there, I want to have a good old peer behind those mirrors.
I have been that side before.
Finally, you saw what was in that secret room that you were trying to sneak into last night. You have been that side before. Oh, of course you fucking have. Go on, because it's hard to read my blog. Why do I do my blog in black with white writing? You can't even fucking read it. I've only just noticed.
I only got that quote from Anne, and I just put all the housemates are in. And the first thing that came up was something that we didn't know about. Davison suite, the Davison bedroom. India was educating Malika and us about who Davison was.
This is when India was being a reasonable, nice person, and I put money on her. What a fucking idiot I am.
However,
that was good that she knew that, and
it was great she knew it.
And I learnt something there.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Which you can't often say when you're watching Big Brother.
Well, yeah, that's true. These days you can't. But should we talk about India yet, or is it too soon?
Do it later.
Too soon.
Yeah. I've written. So hold on. At the moment, India has this in the bag. No one else is even close. I think I'll put a bet on, actually. Just put a tenner on her. Not even seen the men go in yet. That's how confident I am. And then I put in asterisk, just throws money away. So at least I kind of knew that. I was...
Did you put that bet on?
Yeah.
You did?
Fucking twat.
No, but we were so dead sure that she was going to be a winner.
My bets
at the start.
are so hit and miss.
However, I think she still could go pretty far. I'm being optimistic about it.
Are you high?
I mean, if people want entertaining television, India is delivering that for you.
I want to put tenner on Courtney. I bet you she could win it. Although
she's emerging as a very sort of rapid favourite.
Do you know who the favourite to win is?
Fucking Dapper Love. Fuck off. But are you surprised? Look at the track record.
I thought that was a joke.
It's disgusting, isn't it?
More of which later.
Right, so when Malika was explained that Davison was the suffragette who threw herself in front of the King's horse at the Derby...
And by the way, Gaz did pronounce the name of Emmeline Pankhurst right.
Yes, I did. On the video, wasn't it? Or was that on the podcast? On the podcast.
It was on the train on the way there.
On the video is when we said it was Jim Davidson room.
Oh yeah, and then Ryland said that on the box, didn't he? He was taking a piss out of me, probably.
No, he reported that well before that. Yeah, so Malika was like, "Oh, I totally want to sleep in there." I bet she soon changed her mind when it became the snore chamber with Anne.
Oh God, that's snoring, man. Ooh. So are we going on to the whole bed thing? Or
Anne said that she was the world's biggest snorer, and then Amanda started to freak out that she coughs.
What do you mean?
She's got a cough. She's 82. I guess it's a persistent cough when you get to that age. Who knows? You cough though, don't you?
I've had a cough. I've been ill. I'm all right now.
I've had a cough as well.
Someone said to Malika, "Oh, what do you do?" She said, "Oh, I'm a TV personality." Okay.
Oh, is that what she said?
Yeah.
And
I like Malika. Do you?
Yeah, I think she's a really reasonable, intelligent, beautiful woman, actually. And she's not going to show herself up in there, is she?
Well, I hope not. I liked her from day one, and loads of people just anti her because she's in with the Kardashians. But I watch Kardashians,
right?
Which
I don't.
Don't judge
so you
me.
Can tell me.
And do you have to do that, Tally?
As she would have expected?
She's just very chill. She's just like a sounding board for like the Kardashians, and she's just very chilled out. I always liked her on it.
So she's as you would expect.
So far, yeah. Although she did come out of her shell a bit yesterday. Come out of a shell.
Whose voice is that?
I don't know.
We had that immunity whole thing going on at this stage, remember?
No.
People could win immunity.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda and Jess won that electric recovery of the power task, so they had to choose someone, remember?
Mm-hmm. No.
They got this task
Oh,
whereby...
yeah. Notice they didn't do any recap of that either. That wires task.
Did they not? You got
There
wires.
I fucking love that song.
Come in.
I was singing that the other day.
Do you remember Ryland sang it? That was Ryland's bottom two song, and he nailed it. Look, if you haven't seen Ryland singing "Wires" by Athlete, Athlete, put that into YouTube, because that is a beautiful moment, and that proves that Ryland can sing.
What a terrible name for a band, Athlete is. They got a fucking tribute band called Athlete's Foot. Hold on, you missed something.
Yeah.
But hold on, did you notice? Stop saying hold on. Did you notice? They did no recap of that Wires task.
Good.
I think it was because it was so shit and they're embarrassed.
It was shit.
Someone
No one
said
knew
that
what was
was a
going
good
on.
task.
Who?
I feel like it was on Couch Potato. It's not called that anymore, is it? Big
Brother
Brother
Radio.
That guy who rang in, was that Lewis?
Namols?
No, other Lewis.
LJ?
Yeah.
Lewis J.
Controversial Lewis. He, who I like, by the way, he said that was like a really good task and like BBUS-esque. Sorry,
no, someone said it was BBUS-esque because it like blew up at the end. Like what? Like that smoothie task?
That isn't not in any way comparable. That's like comparing the fucking Mona Lisa to fucking that thing that they stuck on the fridge once in Big Brother, and Rex said it. I'd swap you for Scrabble to that girl. That's how similar those two things are.
Jenny's painting, wasn't it? Was it Jenny? Was that her name?
I don't know. We used to call her Princess Manky Teeth. I can't remember who that was currently.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably is. You're right. That probably is a good comparison.
Odd back reference of the week.
Odd back reference of the week.
So Anne was talking about how she doesn't believe in positive discrimination while she's in a fucking house that has only women in it.
The theme of the year is...
Doesn't she, the theme of 3 days, doesn't she see the irony in that she's like, oh no, when in a... interview at the start, she's like, oh, I only went in because of this theme, blah blah blah. Oh, so you do believe in positive discrimination then, bitch?
But she's taken an interesting stance on the whole thing. She's almost like she's almost like women are so equal that there should be no special privilege whatsoever, and women should fight their way. And the fact that this whole thing came up about Margaret Thatcher, you know, Rachel was like, it's like saying Margaret Thatcher was Prime Minister, so women have totally done their bit in politics. It's been won. Yeah. But she doesn't seem to recognise that it's so minimal, does she, for some reason?
And also, if you have a baby, you should stay at home with that baby and you shouldn't go out to work. And also this, and also that, and whatever she...
Oh yeah, how frowned upon it was if you went to work.
Yeah. And she ain't even got no baby. She's never even fucking had sex. So don't tell me you know anything about the whole entire world.
She hasn't revealed she's a virgin, has she?
No, but she is a virgin.
She said she hadn't had a relationship. Doesn't mean she hadn't had sex.
No, she's a virgin.
Really?
That's a well-known fact.
No.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. She needs to get laid. That'll fucking lighten her up. Wouldn't it?
Sexist. She's very famously a virgin.
Tell you what. Get Con around. Epilate her. Sort it. Jobs are good. Yeah,
Stephen... Renfrey sent me this joke. I think it was Renfrey sent me this joke that Stephen Fry said that radical Muslims who blow themselves up are going to get a shock when they get to heaven, and Anne Widdecombe's there because they get 72. I didn't tell that as well, but
wow.
You get the idea with that.
Mm-hmm. India was talking about transitioning with Maggie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm ahead of you. Actually, go on.
India said. This was actually, I liked this conversation actually. India said, you are what, because Maggie was being like, you're so brave. She said, India was like, no, you are what you are, and there's nothing brave about it. The brave ones for trans people are the people around them that stick with them. And I thought that was really nice, because she's talked about her mum, how much she struggled, like, losing her son in a way, like that was like a loss. And I met her mum in that bar. She was too scared to speak to us.
Yeah. How do you know it was her?
Because I saw her in the studio when India was going in.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I met that table of friends and family, and they were just a little bit dubious. But I think India's mum, from the Daily Star or something, I think India's mum was actually more open to talking to us than anyone else on that table. But there was other people, and I can't remember whose friends and family they were, who were much more guarded and seemed very suspicious. But India's mum was so lovely. She was like smiling ear to ear, and she was really keen to hear about like what we did regarding Big Brother, and she was really open to it.
I really think for a parent that must be very, very tough to see your child transition.
It must be,
and
because
and if it's your mum or dad or whatever, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, and it came out later. I don't know when. Probably it's not yet. But when India said that her son doesn't talk to her, like, that must be so hard.
It is. It's tough for everybody, I think, isn't it?
India said she hated being trans. She's obviously now considering that she's made the transition. Yeah, she's no longer trans.
But the trouble with that is other people don't see her that way, and I don't think
evidently.
But I don't think she's quite worked that one out yet, unfortunately.
Well,
she will when she comes on Twitter when she gets out.
People, I don't know if we should go there yet, but the shit on Twitter, it's just been...
It's absolutely disgusting.
It's sad.
It's... And that's why Dapper Laughs is your fucking favourite to win. People are so fucking ignorant.
And I know, like, free speech, etc., but Twitter just gives these arseholes a platform.
That ain't free speech.
And they don't give a fuck because they can say whatever they want there. It is hate speech.
Hate speech is illegal.
All of this, I've heard so many people say you can cut the cock off a bloke and it will still be a bloke.
They don't cut it off.
No, they turn it inside out.
They tuck it in.
Womb and woman, that whole thing. That person saying that to me.
There was a person on Twitter today who said, I have set up this Twitter account just because I want to tell you that, what was it, men are men and women are women and you can't transition. Who I also reported for hate speech.
I've reported so many people.
I say this every time. Why can't people just mind their own fucking business?
And I spoke to my grandma about this today, who is a diehard Big Brother viewer.
How old is your grandma?
I think she's probably like 82.
Oh.
And she said the exact same thing. Why can't people just mind their own business?
Did she?
Yeah, she did. She's like, I've been friends with gay people my whole life. Like, if people want to transition, whatever, their business, nothing to do with you. And I thought, thanks, Nanny. A fucking
so there's
82...
no excuse for the age thing then?
No.
For people going, oh, well, it's a different generation.
No.
There's no excuse.
My grandma is 82 years old and grew up in Northern Ireland. Like, you think conservative, probably religious society, and she's still open-minded. It comes down to the fact that you're a fucking cunt.
Yeah,
and get out of my tweets because I tweeted on fucking launch night, anyone who's saying that India shouldn't be in this house can literally do one. She's transitioned already and she's a woman now. Open your fucking minds.
And
that's my tweet.
What's it got to do with you? What's it got to do? And also, the difference is, some people are talking about India's behaviour and some of India's behaviour...
But it isn't the same
thing. I know! That's what I'm saying! It's not the same thing. But people
are now using her behaviour as a reason to hate on her because they hated her anyway because she's trans and they're not comfortable with it. And it's the fucking insecurities in people that are really showing themselves right now.
It's like Kelly Maloney all over again. Kelly Maloney was just not a nice person, but people just use the trans stick to beat her with when actually she's just not a nice person. India is a nice person, but she got a few issues. But people are just using the trans thing as an excuse to have a go, and it's just lazy.
What's getting on my tits is I tweeted that tweet 4 days ago on launch night. I didn't know anything about India's character. India has been acting a bit of an arsehole, but I fucking love watching India. She's great television. She's raising issues. She's not scared to say what she thinks. And actually, I'd like to watch someone like that in Big Brother instead of all fucking nice people getting along. Oh yeah, women this, women that, backslapping like India said. Like there was a lot of that in the first few days. You need someone to sort of shake it up a bit. And people are coming at me now saying, "Oh yeah, but most people want her out because of this, this, and this." And I'm like, look, I tweeted that 4 fucking days ago, you morons. And the point still remains. She should be there as a woman, and someone else added to it. Even if she wasn't yet transitioned and was living as a woman, she's still got every right to be in a women's series because she identifies as a woman.
Well, I replied to a bunch of those people, and not one of them fucking came back and said a word to me, which I was surprised about.
I think one of them has.
Which I was surprised at. I said, what?
The Union Jack flag one.
Ah, really? What did they say?
I don't know, I saw it today, but I'm tiring of these people.
No, but it's true. Every time you see someone who's acting the goat on Twitter, they've always got that fucking Union Jack.
Sick,
ain't they? Always.
Yeah, always.
You look at them, it's like a little badge saying you're a little bigot. So
and I've been looking at some of these people, like where they're from. Like sometimes they're from, like, you know, places which you might consider to be a little bit backwards. Like, and I just think, like, I am so fucking lucky to be a liberal, open-minded, gay Londoner who thinks that everyone should do what the fuck they want and mind their own business. compared to these people that come from these weird little communities that can't, like, so scared of the outside world that they can't accept something different to you.
That's the whole...
Go fucking fuck yourself.
But that's the whole of the country except London. That's the problem. That's the scary part.
What about all the other cities like Manchester,
that's true. That's
Newcastle,
true.
Birmingham? They must have.
Yeah, it's true. And Scotland all voted...
for Brexit.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
For Brexit or in or out?
To remain. Remain. Anyway, that's another issue.
I'm sure there's more of this to come.
Oh, there's plenty more.
What I'm really, really pleased about is Big Brother is raising a really important issue right now, and it's bringing people's, like, discomforts to the fore, and they're going to have to fucking face them.
Yeah, but they're never going to get it. Are they?
What about, like, 2004, we had Nadia.
I know.
Nadia was an arsehole at times as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Did people not have the outlet then? Because I didn't feel like people were being so anti. There just wasn't the place for it, right?
But when Nadia went back in, she flopped.
That's true.
So think about it. Okay, we'll come back to that. So, God, what's going on?
Hang on. This is a bit where India started to talk about the RuPaul drag race culture and the drag queen culture, and she said that it's cheapening the seriousness, and she talked about how several people in that community don't like her because of her views upon it.
It's almost like India doesn't consider herself part of the community, even though she is.
She doesn't.
But that's weird, isn't it?
I don't know. I think she's refusing to acknowledge that element. Like, Courtney brought it up. We were jumping way ahead, but, like, she has to acknowledge it because there's not acceptance. Like, she was a gay guy before, right? Or mind you,
or was she?
Maybe she never considers herself to be because she's always felt female.
Yeah. Someone on Twitter said, "Oh, did you show me?"
No, she's got kids, so she must have been in a straight relationship.
Oh yeah. Someone on Twitter said India is so terrified of being a gay man that she transitioned. Herself as if
what a fucking moron!
If someone would do that, as if it's ridiculous. People are so dumb. I'm all over the place, but I'm just going to read up bits that I think are interesting.
I've got Anne next, talking about being a female MP.
Yeah, and Anne said, they were talking about, there's not many top female police officers, and Anne like, what about Cressida Dick? One person! What about Margaret Thatcher? One person! So just one person. And do you know that men and women are 50-50? There's the same amount of us. It's quite easy to work out. Although, if you want to put in some other genders, then we might start getting confused because Anne can't wrap her fucking tiny little mind around things like that. But 50-50. Oh, but in Parliament we all get paid the same. Oh, you might get paid the fucking same.
Do you get treated the same? Or regarded the same?
There's not the same amount of women MPs. Oh, yeah, it should be on merit only. But women are disadvantaged. Like, they're not listened to in school. I've been in a lower school and seen girls not being listened to. It's institutionalised. It's the way the world is set up, and she thinks women are just...
What is up with Anne? What is up with Anne?
Sorry, I just upset the cat. I don't know when we're going to sleep listening to this. There's going to be more of that later.
So...
She's so bloody minded and so dogmatic, and nothing anyone ever said. She doesn't listen to anything anyone... Like, I have changed my opinion about things over time. When Brexit first happened, before all the racism and all this shit, me and my friend Delali at work were going, I don't know what way to vote.
No, I even had my time of thinking, hang on a minute, maybe change is good.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we should vote.
So I
did my research, obviously.
Well, as soon as Nigel Farage came out as pro leaving, my mind was made up.
Yeah.
But I was open-minded. Anne is not open-minded on any issue. She knows exactly what she thinks about every fucking thing, and she will not... Do you think she'll learn anything from anyone in that house?
No.
Is she capable of learning anything from anyone?
No, I don't think she's actually.
Not. She's not.
Which is a really interesting place to be coming at Big Brother from. Because you're going to be faced with many things that will challenge you within that house. That's the nature of the show. How does she think she's going to cope? I think she's going to walk.
Is she going to wear the electric shock suit? Is she though?
I would like...
she won't.
What's it called? A sort of...
she won't.
Big Brother, I don't know what it was, Celebrity Big Brother 6 or whatever, Redux, where Anne has to be the cat.
What else could we do to Anne that's really embarrassing?
Smash eggs on her head.
Make her eat something disgusting.
Century egg.
She'd probably get off on it.
I just wonder if she's like so... This is going to sound a little bit weird or I don't know,
Go on.
probably bigoted, but is she like so unfeminine, so non-feminine, that she just like forgot what it is to be a woman? Does that make any sense?
Well, she's always on about, I get on with men better and blah, 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 blah. So she probably does think of herself.
Is she a lesbian, do we think?
No, she said she went out with a guy once.
But maybe she's actually gay, but couldn't face it, and therefore had to embed herself in politics.
Possible. So then Rachel said she posed topless once, and...
Oh, this is the I would never get.
Yeah, that was it.
This is the premise of this is that Amanda and whoever else, Jess, can decide who's going to be immune by the answers.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
This was the thing that was on the live feed, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was on the feed, yeah.
So Rachel said she posed naked to celebrate women's whatever.
Yeah.
And then Anne was like, and what difference did that make? And Rachel's like,
none whatsoever.
Nothing.
And then someone's like, where can we see these photos? And she's like, it's a magazine. She's like, wouldn't do it now if it was online. It'd be all over the internet. I want to say now, and I've said it in the last podcast, I fucking love Rachel. I'm a bit besotted with her.
Are you?
I kind of like fancy her a little bit.
I think she's a bit of a shit stirrer.
Oh, I love it. Always like, what do you think, Anne?
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. And even with India yesterday, I do like her, but I think she does, like that. Not a shit stirrer then, but she's a provoker.
Oh, she is.
And she
without doubt.
And it wouldn't take much for someone like Anne to say something inappropriate and get kicked out. it wouldn't, would it? So I don't know. I think she's clever. She's a clever one. Let's put it that way.
Wait till she goes into the diary room and says that she was offended by something Anne said, and Anne gets forcibly evicted.
Yeah. I like her though. I think she's a good character. What do you think of Ashley?
She's plain, isn't she?
She gets on my nerves.
I don't know why she's there.
Something about her really gets on my
Does
nerves.
it?
I feel like she always does like the PC thing to say, but
I
feel like she doesn't really mean it. I don't know.
Oh really?
I don't
she's
know.
just like acting.
Yeah,
Miss Worldish.
she's just like,
What does she
blah,
do?
blah, blah.
What does she do?
She's a DJ or something. Oh yeah, when I was DJing, I was discriminated against. Okay, whatever.
So this brings us on to this. Like, I have never been discriminated
Do you want some more
against
wine?
because of my gender.
Let's keep rolling.
Yeah,
Carry
where's the
on.
bottle?
I'll get it.
And then I thought, I was really surprised, and I was watching it on live feed, that most of the women live feed. What is that concept? Very quickly stepped forward and said that they had never been discriminated against because of their gender.
So
and I
weird.
thought, are you serious?
But then once they started talking,
It started to come out,
they realised
right?
they had. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot that was discrimination.
And then Anne was like, oh no, I never have. Or not that I thought it would be worth, like, not on that level of being worthy of raising, that kind of thing.
What about when we call you an old bag, Anne? Is that sexist?
Well,
I know, I was so shocked when they said that. That is such bullshit.
and I thought the most valid contributor to this entire debate was India. Because India has an experience of living as both a man and a woman.
Yes.
And I distinctly recall some cunt on Twitter saying to me, I can't wait to hear India's womanly stories, which is someone who you replied to yesterday. I think he's called Hype Boy or something. Well, I'll tell you what, India has got womanly stories because she happens to be a fucking woman.
Yeah.
And she used to be a man, so she knows what it's like to live as a man and as a woman. And I thought it was really interesting how she said, I was working in PR and I got asked, hey India, we've got guests coming in, can you go and make the coffee? And never would have been asked that as a man, and neither were any of the men that worked there.
And I have seen it happen in my own workplace. My boss, who's a director, she's a female, and she gets treated like a PA sometimes. She gets told to go and make presentations, do this, do that, print off stuff. And we're like, we go to her, you shouldn't be doing that, you're the director. And she goes, if they want to pay me a director's salary for doing that, I'll do it. But they don't do that. They don't do that to the male directors.
No.
So I've seen that in my own working life, that they do that. And India was perfectly placed to discuss that.
Yeah, and only India could have brought that to the table.
And because she knows the privileged position you are in as a man and how you are treated as a man.
And she's given it up. Which is such a remarkable position to be in.
But I bet that must be a shock for women who do change from men to women.
Yeah.
Not
like,
change, but you know what I mean. I bet they do think, oh fuck, this is how women are treated. And it must be a bit of a shock, actually.
She said, trivial as it may be, it shows, whether it's subliminal or not, that men and women are treated differently.
It is 100%. And then Anne's like, oh yeah, they're biologically different. Blah, 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 blah. Shut up. Like, in my past relationship, for example, I've said this before, but we had an entirely equal relationship. There was nothing I couldn't do that he could do, and vice versa. Like, the house, we did an equal amount. Like, my relationship was
equal amounts of nothing.
Hey, fuck off. But our relationship was entirely. There was nothing he could do that I couldn't do, and vice versa. And there was nothing.
But there isn't anything that a man can't do that a woman can't do, and a woman can't do that a man can't do.
But the only thing that changes it is when a woman, if you have babies, because then a woman does tend to do more and everything. But if you're just in a regular relationship, there is no fucking difference. Nope. Fuck off.
Weinstein came up next.
Oh god.
And Amanda started to say, if you're stupid enough to go to bed with somebody because you want the part, then don't get the part. Didn't make sense.
No.
But...
Well, there was a bit of victim blame. It wasn't Anne victim blame.
Anne was going, you just say no. And then actually the most intelligent contribution came from Malika, who went, actually, because Jess was going, I'd be really scared if a man came at me like that.
No, I thought that was fair that she said that.
Yeah, but Malika was
not
like...
Not everyone can say no. Not everyone's bold enough to say no.
True, but I think that Jess was maybe misinterpreting how it may happen. And Malika was like, actually, that's not how it works.
Right.
It's like they go, great audition, why don't you come around later and we'll go through the lines together.
Okay, yeah.
And then it kind of like, you get like lured into it, rather than a man being like, hey, you've got to have sex with me now if you want this role.
Yeah.
Like, it's more subtle, which is almost that's worse.
No,
actually.
That's true.
And I just thought that was really eloquent, the way she put it.
It was, but I think Jess's point was fair as well, in that Jess
would be scared of a man.
Yeah, she might not be able to say no because she's so fucking stupid. It's all very well for Anne to go say no because she knows her own mind so well. It's obvious Jess doesn't know her own mind.
That's true. So yeah, Rachel versus Anne, we talked about this, the Cressida thing and the Thatcher thing. Right. Now, here's a question. Have you ever been roughed up in the chamber?
What chamber?
Anne was talking about a politician. She'd been roughed up in the chamber and she came out and she said, of course, because I'm a woman. And it wasn't because she was a woman.
Because she was an idiot.
Because she was absolutely useless. Or something like that.
Fuck you, Anne. Do you think a woman's ever done anything that Anne approves of?
No.
No. You know what's pissing me off about bots, though? They keep going about Anne being a cat lady and all this, and like Anne's got loads of cats. That? Few people.
The audience or the
panel?
Yeah,
like, she's like an old spinster. She's got loads of cats.
Not saying that, is he?
No, Rylan actually shut it down.
Good.
Yeah. But it's like, there's nothing
That's
wrong
our
with having
boy.
cats. Cats are nice people.
Dear little people.
Actually, my cat's not. Little arsehole. Even dead mice behind my new sofa. Hold on. Rachel said, I know that in this house, no umbrage will be taken.
Have you watched Big Brother?
I love it when they classic. Everyone always says that, don't they? First night.
We'll get on fine.
Yeah, we'll go on holiday.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
And then Rachel went in the diary room. She said she thought oh no, hold on. Fuck, we're still on the first episode. We're fucked.
Malika was like, coming to terms with how much technical terms she was learning and coming to grips with the lingo, which is quite interesting.
I'm on the wrong episode here. Hold on. Umbrage, yeah. And then
God, I'm still on that task.
So what task?
I would never think. Rach, I've just got a quote from Rachel here about the posing naked thing. She said, when you've given birth 3 times in NH hospitals, you haven't got a shred of modesty.
That's true. Well, not that I know, but I can imagine that's true. So basically, Anne ended up sleeping on her own in the bedroom because she snores. But was it really because she snores or because she's an arsehole?
No, it's because of the name towels.
What do you think about that? Surely, Big Brother, I think...
Why did Big Brother put name towels down? Name towels is the new word for name tags.
Look, if that's Anne's bed and it's got a towel... with
Big Brother should have said, this is Big Brother.
Not on the first night.
Big Brother has allocated the beds according to the towels.
So don't leave it 3 days later and then go.
But on the first night, it's normally, what is it? First come, first serve.
Free for all. But Big Brother, either that's a rule or it's not a rule. Don't go, it's a rule 3 days later. I don't agree with that. I thought they were being unfair.
However, Big Brother would suggest that the bed goes to the person who had the name towel on it. Big Brother didn't actually forcibly say it had to happen, but India bowed to it.
I don't like the way they did that flashback of India there, but we'll come on to that.
It was stitching her up, wasn't it?
But I don't agree with that.
India did take the piss out of Anne in this situation. Remember, Anne was getting a bit of a tears. Anne clearly wanted that bed. I was a bit confused because Anne was like saying I'm ready to move to the other room, but also clearly wanted the bed. So it's like, what do you really want, Anne? Fucking speak up if you want it. You're supposed to be a strong woman.
Because I think she wanted to be in the room on her own.
But she almost made out as if she'd been shunned. However, she fully volunteered to go into that room and said, hey, I'm a snorer, so I'll go in there. And then in the diary room made out like, oh, I've been banished to the snoring room.
The snoring room.
And India did this like head wobble at Anne, where she took the piss out of her, yeah.
I like them two's animosity. But Anne, there's always the David Guest suite if you get stuck.
You might not come out there, babe.
Yeah, exactly.
Anne said that a vote was taken that anyone that snores goes to the other room. I didn't recall a vote being taken.
No.
And then Anne was asked whether she wanted to win immunity.
Oh, yeah.
And she said, winning immunity means you're elected unopposed. It means you don't win by defeating the competition. You win because you had your path artificially smoothed. And she said, I like to win against the competition. If you're immune, you're artificially out of it. You're not in there with the competition. That's why I've
Your
always...
Anne Whittaker impression needs work.
That's why I've always objected to all women's shortlists.
Even though she's in an all-women house and the Year of the Woman. Okay, Anne. Settle down, dear. Hold on, that was sexist. Hold on. I've been calling a lot of people dear these days.
Dear?
Yeah.
That's ages.
I've even started calling people dear at work. Even boys.
In an affectionate way?
Yeah, like, all right, dear. That's not affectionate, is it? That's sarcastic. Hold on.
Okay, this is when... The next bit was that not when India said, hey...
Something about bras.
Oh, bras on the door. If the toilet was engaged, that was.
Alright.
I think India approached Anne in the kitchen and went, hey, if when the men come in, you don't want to be in there by yourself, I'll happily give your bed back.
Okay.
Apparently.
High five.
High five. Harmony in the house. You got Rachel next.
Yeah,
she has some amazing lingo. You got some quotes there?
Lingo?
She's got some...
Go on.
Fucking exceptional vocabulary. She said, after the initial horrific realisation that you're in a hermetically sealed room with cameras on you all the time, you get over it. Mm-hmm. She said about Anne, she may fight... She said she might fight with Anne over politics. She said that. She really knows she's right, and I really know I'm right too. And then she said... she used the word didactic. She said she's didactic.
That's good.
I had to Google didactic.
I'm sure you
Can you
did.
explain the meaning of didactic for the listeners, Lindsay?
Isn't it like dogmatic? I don't know.
Google told me it means intending to teach.
Oh,
so
okay.
As in if you're in there to share your experiences and let the other people learn from you.
Well, intending to teach sounds like softer. Didactic sounds like this is the way it is. Do you know what I mean?
Didactic. She said she's prepared to agree when she's wrong, which I rarely am. And then she said that's a pregnant... Was it pregnant or pregnant? Is pregnant a word? That's a pregnant pause from Big Brother.
Pregnant, she
pregnant.
Said. Yeah. Pregnant pause, like a big pause.
What does that mean?
Like a long pause.
What, like having maternity leave?
Yeah, like being pregnant takes
I didn't
a while,
know that.
I guess. How do you not know that?
I'd never heard of that. That's a pregnant pause from Big Brother.
Pause,
Maybe you've gone and Big Brother said, Big Brother is always here. To which Rachel said, that's the story of my life, really.
That was
Did
good.
she mean Boris?
Yeah.
That was good.
That was very quick.
She's an intelligent woman.
You're right, I do like her, but the thing is, now the men have gone in...
She's not going to survive now.
No, not that she's not going to survive, we're just not going to see very much of her.
Because
she's not... It's true, she's not going to do that much, I don't think. I think her time to shine was these 3 days.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I said on launch night, amongst us, I didn't actually say it on the podcast in the end, that I thought what they should have done is put the men and women in at the same time, but put the men into the other house. And put the women into the main house. And we could have watched them getting along in different contexts.
Yeah.
And then put them together maybe a bit later.
Yeah, maybe. I actually like the way the men went in because it was like we got another launch night again. It was actually fun.
It's a good show, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
India was in a diary room talking about taking a towel to mean it's the bed and saying that the towel means it's her bed and it's not her bed. India said very, very kind of matter-of-factly.
And she said she likes Anne. I don't think that feeling is mutual. And she said she likes people with strong opinions, but not people who are rude and inconsiderate. I think she said that. I might have said it, I'm not sure. And then Malika was confused about the English language and
president.
Because they were talking. They were
Minister
talking about loads of things that.
But Malika's keeping up pretty good for all the differences in language. Not that it's a different language or anything, but she's holding her own in there. She doesn't seem fazed by it.
No, she's good.
And then it came to bedtime, and I've put that Jess was smothering herself to sleep with a pillow.
Was she?
I think she put the pillow over her eyes because it's very bright in the Big Brother house.
Yeah.
It was one of the other pillows. And then I thought, oh my God, if you ever go in Big Brother, make sure you take an eye mask.
Oh God,
That's
and
essential.
Earplugs. And
earplugs.
Yeah. I sleep with earplugs just normally. So,
Do you?
Yeah.
It's not weird having something in your ear.
No, because I
uncomfortable.
can't deal with any noise, and I've got that fucking cat covered in at 4 a.m. with a mouse. So I need to put that off as long as possible. No, I like it. It's all quiet and nice. And I can hear my heart beating. It's like, oh God.
That freaks me out. I don't like that.
All right, we've got 7 minutes before the show, so let's just talk some shit for a second. Do you think that... I don't know. It's so risky because it's like... They did this all-girls thing and put in all these old people, which was very, very risky. They've gone back kind of to basics in a way. It's been really, really good, but is it too late?
Has Big Brother come too far to go back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a tweet from House of Dylan, and he said, I feel sorry for, like...
Dylan from Big Brother Canada?
No. He said, I feel sorry for young Big Brother fans who know what Channel 5 have been making Big Brother into.
Yeah.
And now they've got real Big Brother. They don't know how to handle it. A lot of people are saying it's boring.
I've seen so many people saying it's boring, but all the old fans are loving it.
This is the most fucking, stimulating Big Brother I have seen in a long time.
They must have, looked at the analytics or something and realised...
That the old school fans are...
than new people. Yeah, because
Really?
all the new people went off and watched, Love Island or whatever, didn't they?
So they've jumped ship already.
But then they're still putting in... a few of those types of people.
But I think, actually, as much as I don't want Love Island people, I don't want Towie people, a few select...
I can deal with one or two.
A couple of well-selected candidates from those shows, not fucking, Oi, Santa, you've been to Ibiza, Santa, what's her fucking name? Chloe, what's your fucking face? Chloe Ferret. Ferrell, more like Chloe Ferrell. Those people are going to please that audience. So I don't mind if we've got Johnny, who I happen to think is a complete rubber-faced cunt.
I kind of like him.
I know you do.
I know, but I don't know why everyone hates him. Apparently he cheated on his girlfriend on Love Island. I was trying to get the inside info.
A lot of people told us about that.
And Andrew said something about women's football being shit or something.
Yeah, I remember
women's
that, but
shit.
it wasn't much.
All football is crap.
Anyone
Anyone who likes football is disgusting. I hate football. It's homophobic and racist. Men's, women. Any woman who wants to play football, self-hating. Fuck football.
I don't like football either.
Obviously. Homophobe.
Yeah. What was I saying?
I was just trying to find out the background on these people who we didn't know.
Johnny had a thing with Camilla, who was one of the biggest stars of the last series of Love Island. I think she was that bomb disposal girl. She was really hot.
But don't you think he could be an interesting character, or you're not interested?
I don't think he's interesting. He fits the fucking... Who's that twat?
Dapper.
No, from the last... Daniel Lloyd's ex.
Oh, who was that?
You said that Dapper looks...
Oh, Jamie O'Hara.
He fits a Jamie O'Hara mold for me. I'm not interested in that calibre of celebrity at all.
He's an adulterer!
But I feel that picking someone from Love Island who will bring in the Love Island audience is not a bad thing, necessarily. But, like you say, is the Love Island audience going to care about what Big Brother's delivering now?
The proof of the pudding will be in what they focus on now in the highlights. In fact, this next show that we're about to see... Good segue there.
Because it could really change.
Yeah,
it could be showmances and flirtation.
Are they going to go down the showmance road? Are they going to go down the argument road? Are they going to show interesting political conversations still? I mean, there seems to be been a hell of a lot about sexism and all that sort of stuff this year, including some of those tasks that we'll come on to.
But
themselves.
Those tasks...
Oh, that fixing inhaler thing you got is strong. Fucking hell.
I only go for the good shit.
Oh, that's making me high from here.
Those tasks that were a little bit trivial for the women, I think are going to come into their own for the men, because I've seen a preview of what is going to be, I think, in tonight's show. And the stereotype writer comes back into play. And actually, I think it's going to be fun and interesting, and it's going to
stereotype for a man? What, something that men can't do?
Yeah, that women have to do.
Oh, okay. Oh,
have a guess.
Probably give birth or something.
Give
is
birth
it?
is one of them.
Because I hadn't seen that either.
There is something to simulate
Oh
birth.
no,
giving.
they're not looking after those fucking
Not
babies,
the one eaters.
are they?
Not one eaters. It's worse than that in a way because it's like an electric shock pad that stimulates your muscles in the way that birthing would.
That would be funny.
And I think that's
what was there like that? Oh,
good.
I was thinking of getting his bits waxed. Chicken guy, that guy, Andrew. So that could be entertaining, actually. Right, it's only 2 minutes.
It's not your personal duckling. That's him. That's the one.
So when we come back, are we going to talk about that episode? Or we've got to carry on chronologically.
No, we need to carry on to episode 2.
We're going to carry on chronologically. So stick with us. There's going to be at least another 5 hours of podcast to go.
What are we on now?
45 minutes.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's in a bit. We're back.
Bitches.
So we're on day 2. Well, what is it? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, day 2.
Now Marcus don't say it no more. I don't know.
I know, it's not keeping us on track. Day 2.
India was talking about her transition. So she only transitioned, is that the right form of that?
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Oh, this is fairly recent.
And I said I like how confident she is, not like Kelly Maloney was. And
she was very apologetic about it, but Kelly was in there with
Audley,
and that was probably a difficult dynamic for her.
It was difficult for Audley as well because they were setting him up to say something transphobic, basically. They were, weren't
That's
they?
True, actually.
Man to man, man to woman.
Yeah.
But having said that, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, India isn't comfortable with herself," but I still do think she is comfortable with herself.
I think she's entirely comfortable with her body.
Yeah, and herself,
but maybe not with
her relationship status.
Yeah, her relationship status, or what may become of her relationship status.
And I think maybe she's not comfortable with how society views her, but that doesn't mean you're not comfortable in yourself. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't think it is either. And I mean, heaven forbid she sees all the shit people have been saying on Twitter, because that
she'll see
tip
it because
anyone
every
over the
cunt
edge.
is tagging her in it. All those tweets to you, everyone was tagging her in it.
I tagged her originally, and it's a reply,
she
so
will
I've
fall.
caused this.
Fuck.
Oh, it's not
So
only me.
So Rachel, this is kind of what I was saying earlier, being a bit of a shit stirrer. She asked Anne what she thinks about gender reassignment surgery on the NHS. Oh, what do you think about this, Anne? Knowing that Anne is going to say some bullshit, because that's all Anne ever says.
Which India did have it on the NHS.
Yeah.
Which I didn't really realise was a thing, because NHS, like, you think cutbacks that they're probably not going to do that.
On the NHS,
yeah,
they give people fucking prescriptions for fucking paracetamol and shit, and waste money left, right, and centre on all sorts of shit on the NHS.
Yet you can't get a root canal on the NHS. Fucked up.
I work in a hospital. I don't work for the NHS, but I work in a hospital, and the amount we spend just on agency nurses, and I'm sure it's the same in the NHS, is fortunes because they just can't get nurses. So I don't think we need to worry about someone having gender
5 people a year or whatever, but it's so
especially
minimal.
if the alternative is them topping themselves. Yeah, especially as Anne is so keen on saying, oh, it is a very, very small minority of people who are transgender. So you can't have it both ways. Either it's just a small minority and it doesn't matter, or it's a big transgender agenda and like they're trying to make all our kids trans. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Sit down. So obviously Anne was very pro having a gender reassignment on the NHS.
She voted for legislation to give more reassignments on the NHS per year.
She's more concerned about children going blind.
Is that what she said?
Oh, I love it when children go blind.
She said, she said, I've got to get my Anne voice down. Yeah. You've still got an awful lot of people not getting what they need. Anything that anyone is going through is the world to them, which is true.
That's true.
That is true.
That's true.
What do we think that we as a society take priority if we can't do everything? Well, evidently not that, Anne, according to you.
No, you can't do everything, but then people wait, don't they, for a long time for things. People
wait for a long time for everything on the NHS, don't they?
People going through gender reassignment surgery have to go through such a strict rigmarole
you have
and
to
procedure.
live in the other gender for quite some time,
ages.
don't you? Isn't it like 5 years?
It's
or
a
more?
long time, because when I worked at Samaritans, someone come in and give us a talk about it, and what you have to go through, and you have to go through a panel who decides whether you get it or not. It's a massive thing. It's not. It's...
Oh no, it's just people that can't accept that they're gay. They just want to change to be women.
It's ridiculous. Those coasters are a bit temperamental. I've put here, I like that Amanda knows herself very well, and I guess by 82 you would. I like the fact she just doesn't give a fuck.
She should know herself by now. A little
Yeah,
bit.
I did like her, but I've gone off her a bit now.
Well, yeah. What I'd noticed about, and have you noticed this about Amanda, is that she kind of has a tendency to like reduce Anne in scale whenever she talks about her.
Right.
So she talks about like in the diary room. She said, "I love this little person that was swinging around the floor on Strictly." like Anne's just a little dear thing with like a really sort of spiky sort of exterior. Like every time she talks about her, it's all about like little Anne being actually very sweet on the inside, but
that's interesting.
Bag of spanners on the outside.
Yeah, I don't think Amanda really has much truck with Anne, does she? Truck. She's just like, whatever. But Anne's like, Amanda.
She's not bothered by her.
Amanda's
she's not
really bothered by anything. She's
but
just
why
on
would
her
you be
own
at
planet.
that age of done, aren't you?
No, but she's not done. She keeps saying she is. Like, she keeps saying, "Oh, my whole life's behind me," and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
She's 100%. Excuse me.
Still present.
In control of her faculties. Looks good. There's no reason why she couldn't go another 20 odd years at that pace.
That's true.
So I think that's all.
But it's not worth getting het up about shit like that,
No.
at that stage of life, is it?
That's true.
Oh
God.
Oh, Brexit chat. So Anne and Jess were in the kitchen, and the topic of Brexit comes up. And...
I don't hear enough about Brexit, do you?
No. Jess reveals that she didn't vote for Brexit. Anne said she voted for sovereignty.
Jess is like, "What's sovereignty?" She didn't say it, but she might as well have done.
So Anne goes, "Now we're here celebrating 100 years of women getting the vote, and you're telling me you didn't bother voting."
Now, what do you think? Because I personally think thick people shouldn't be allowed to vote, so I think it's a good thing.
Well, I said I don't agree with Anne belittling Jess for choosing not to use her right to vote about a topic that she didn't know. And a lot of people didn't know what the fuck they were voting for.
So just vote for anything.
It's like, I have to make a decision. Yes or no.
No, I agree.
I'd rather she doesn't make an ill-informed decision.
I would too, because then we wouldn't be going through Brexit now.
Exactly.
If all the thick people hadn't voted.
Exactly. If the thick people that did vote out had known what they were getting us into, would it have happened? Probably not.
Well, my mum voted for Brexit, and she says she wished she hadn't now.
No shit. I bet like a ton of people do feel the same way.
But now we're getting that blue passport though. Whoop-de-doo.
What, is that what it used to be?
Yeah,
I don't want a fucking blue passport.
I know, go backwards. Like, you can't actually get into no other countries anymore, but we've got a blue passport.
It's still valid for 10 years. Does that mean I'm still okay?
Yeah, you just keep it, yeah.
Yeah, but like, does it mean I can just waltz in? No.
No. And just...
It's not right.
Everything's more expensive now. The whole thing is absolutely shite.
Shitstorm. And we can't get a deal. But why would Europe give us a deal to leave Europe?
I know.
They don't want us to leave, because as soon as we get a good deal out of it, everyone else is going to go, well, fuck you, Europe, we'll leave as well.
Imagine if they'd said how much it was going to cost before it actually happened.
All that money that we're going to free up spend on the NHS is bollocks.
Well, we're going to spend it on Union Jack flags. Fuck off.
All that money in the NHS is going to go to gender reassignment, obviously.
I hate Jess though, she's useless. Not NHS, Jess. I don't like her eyes either, they freak me out.
They're a bit strange, aren't they?
Weird. So next they did this
immunity task
patronising
in the basement, but it's now called the engine room.
Claptrap.
What's
that?
Spidey's drip.
That's no way to talk about their new baby.
This room now features the stereotype writer. Now, I miss Bob Writer. I don't know about you, but he was better. So was the Tree of Temptation. Remember what the first thing was? They were
throwing axes.
Yeah, women cannot throw. Health and safety.
What were them axes made of?
Presumably metal.
That looked dangerous.
It was dangerous.
Didn't even have no goggles on, did they?
I don't think they did. Also, what if someone swung that axe back and accidentally clipped their head with it when they went to throw it?
Yeah, or threw it backwards by accident.
Yeah. Could have took out Anne Widdecombe. Oh, dear.
I'm not going to be any good at it. Oh, no, just see, I'm not going to be able to do it. And the way Anne threw it, crap, useless.
That cage they used looked like that cage they had that gorilla in that time, didn't it?
Gorilla, dearie me.
So the housemate with the high score from throwing an axe at the bullseye would win immunity.
It was Malika.
It was Malika. Anne didn't get one of them in.
She was hopeless. India was awful as well. Oh, well, India used to be a man.
Should be able to throw, bloke throwing an axe.
Shut up.
India was kind of cheering Anne on. She's going, come on, Anne, psych yourself up.
India
Think of Jeremy Corbyn. Jeremy Corbyn. Getting Anne in the
Throw
zone.
an axe at Jeremy
She goes,
Corbyn.
get really angry. Think of Brexit.
That's funny. And did you notice that Jess did the fake Joe Goody of the week?
No.
Fake Joe Goody of the week. She said she wanted to come out of her comfort shell.
Oh, fuck off. It's so bad, I didn't even pick it up.
I know, no one did. I tweeted it and no one else got on the back of it. That sounds wrong.
Oh, India said that was the biggest chopper she'd ever held.
Yeah, I don't think she's slept with a guy, has she? Or maybe back in the day.
She's got a son.
Oh.
Oh. I've accepted her as a woman so much, I thought she'd had a baby.
Let me just explain something about biology, I guess.
Woman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thanks, Twitter, thanks.
Oh, you'll never be a woman. Oh, I'm a woman. I have a period.
Do you know what, though? Yeah, what is surprising is, this is going to come on later, but fragile masculinity. Do you want to let him out?
Is he at
He's at the door.
Oh, yes, sir.
It's
The women will be
come on, we've got
getting
guests.
the
We've
cat
got guests coming around. Can you please go make the coffee now, please, my love?
Carry on.
It's your cat, your house. So, what was I saying?
Fragile masculinity.
Yeah, the fragile masculinity thing. The people that are going on about having a cock cut off doesn't make you a woman is not only men, you know. There's also women having a go who seem to have
Oh, of course.
have the hump that, you know, India isn't going to have a period. And they do, sort of thing, or isn't going to have to rear a child or whatever. Well, you know what? She can put a simulator on and then go through labour that way.
Guess what? I'm never going to rear a child. Does that mean I'm not a woman? Shut up.
You're not actually, because you're not allowed in the audience for Big Brother
That's
launch.
true. Being a woman means different things to different people.
It's true, you don't have to check all the boxes of being a woman, do you?
I'm actually fed up of having this conversation.
Next, okay. What came after axe throwing then?
Anne said to Rachel, what's the point of having children if you ain't going to look after them yourself? Anne, you got no children, you never married, never even had sex. Anne doesn't even qualify as human. She's never
hasn't lived a human life, has she?
She's never been in love.
She's like a robot.
To have never been in love, do you think she masturbates?
No.
Do you think she feels
any sort of
aroused
joy about anything? Well, she did
by anything?
take a shine to Andrew tonight.
Maybe she does masturbate. Or do you think she'd think it was dirty?
What an image. I think she would think it was dirty. She said that twerking is like the worst thing to happen to society. Not in those words, but we should call her Android. That's what she is. She's a fucking android.
Then what?
India in the bathroom talked about this, her son not talking to her, and she said it was about terms of reference, which is true. It must be really hard for, I think his 16-year-old son used to call her dad. What are you going to call her now, mum?
Yeah.
You've already got a mum.
Well, with Caitlyn Jenner, her kids still call her dad.
I think that's the only way.
But they call her she, but they call her dad. Yeah, you can't call it, because it's not your mum, is it?
Because
You've already got a mum, yeah. It is. To be honest, if my dad changed gender or my mum changed gender, I would struggle with it.
Yeah, because you've come so far knowing them in that role, so... And
also, this might sound bad, but I sound like genuine. I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't go out with a transgender person because I just wouldn't be sexually attracted to them either. Is that bad? Would you? Did we talk about this earlier?
We haven't talked about it. It hasn't come up yet. Do we save it for later, or do we come to it now? I don't know because I've never.
You've got a very specific type, like I have.
Yeah. But I've never met a transgender person, like
at all.
I don't think I have, you know.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
I don't think I have, not in real life. As liberal and open-minded as I am, I only exposed through TV.
Because it's just a small majority of people. I know if you transgender
small minority,
people.
you mean?
Yeah. Did I say
Small
that?
majority. But I would like to think that if I got on well enough with the person, then I could. But it's a bit difficult because for my sexual pleasure, you need the right tools, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's what same.
Well,
but
yeah,
is that
for
bad?
you. Yeah, as well for you.
But is that bad? Does that make us... Is that just a
Arseholes.
preference, or is that like... Because you said, like, when you're gay dating, there's a lot of things like, no Asians or whatever, just horrible preferences like that.
A lot of that is out there.
But you don't get that on straight dating websites.
Do they? Do people not put no Asians, no femmes, no whatever
that
else
seems
is?
extremely offensive to me.
Yeah, it is. People are quite offensive.
But you can still have a preference without outwardly saying
expressing
that.
it. Yeah.
I think that's quite shocking in a way.
The thing is, I suppose, like, if I'm talking about the tools, like, I could get my sexual pleasure, but only one way. If you know what I'm saying. There's like roles.
I apologise, listeners.
For boys, you could have either role, right?
Yeah.
So if you want it both ways, you need the right thing.
Yeah.
I suppose there are like tools for that.
Oh yeah, of course.
But
using the word tools doesn't
sex toys. There's sex toys or what have you as a substitute, but it's not the same as the real thing.
It's not.
But if I wanted to only fuck the person, then it would be fine.
It would be okay, yeah. It's interesting, isn't it?
It is interesting. It's interesting to question yourself and be like, well, what would I? Well, how would I feel? And I actually don't think, and this is so jumping the gun, I don't think there's anything wrong with Genuine saying that he wouldn't.
No, there isn't.
Because that's a preference, and everyone has a preference.
So what about this thing that I was saying, that there are a lot of guys who would go with a transgender person, because there are. I know of them. But
I have even witnessed on apps recently people saying they're only looking for transsexual people.
But is that a fetish or a preference?
But then is any preference
Exactly.
fetishizing?
And
like, you know my preference is, do I fetishize those people? That's not cool.
But is it bad if it is a fetish? If you fall in love with someone and you love them, does it matter if at first it was a fetish?
No, I don't think so. Because actually, it's better to fetishize your partner than not want to have sex with them.
That's true. Well, we've got to the bottom of that one.
More on that later, I'm sure.
I'd be interested to hear other people's opinions on that, though.
Next was women can't change a tyre task.
Oh, God.
This was actually quite good, I thought, because I can't change a tyre. I won't be able to do that.
Oh, I can.
Can you? But it was one of those things where the time limit is in an envelope in the glove box of the car, and the time limit Big Brother has set was 4.5 minutes. I thought that's a bit fucking quick. Oh, but Quick Fit couldn't do it in 4.5 minutes.
I've had someone change my tyre for me, and it took at least 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was a bit much to ask for.
That's ridiculous.
But Anne and India did it in 5 minutes exactly, apparently, and Rachel and Ashley did it in 6.5 minutes, which was pretty fast, I thought.
Oh, India's got an advantage because she's man.
Oh, yeah. India said to Anne, "Imagine it's childbirth, push Anne." And I think she also said, "Grab those nuts" at one point.
Nice.
Tits.
Tits?
So the girls were in the bedroom, and I've just jumped in my notes. Rachel started to ask if she could look at India's boobs, but she didn't take her top off at this point. And Rachel said, "They are wonderful. Look at your girls." Which I thought was a bit like weird.
Yeah, there was something weird.
Patronising.
Yeah, there was something.
And then Amanda went, "They're dear little people. They're beautiful." I thought that's kind of odd.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't go to Katie Price and say, "Look at your girls. They're dear little people," would you? She had a bajillion boob jobs.
No. I didn't even write that down.
Funny that, because that was quite a big scene.
Have you got when Anne accidentally called India she?
Not yet, but it's coming up.
Okay.
Did you do you recall what Rachel said made the big CBB house proper?
John Lewis Place.
Yes, John Lewis Place. Now, I don't know about you, but I thought that house is really quite comfortable.
I know, they've all been slagging it off.
Beautiful house.
That's one of the nicest ones I've ever seen.
Yeah, it could have fucking dildos coming out the wall and
the
ceilings you
evil
can't stand up in.
Yeah.
Who was it? Someone came up with that idea, the superfans, that they should lower the ceilings every night.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Was that
that
Dave's
was when we
brother?
were at the thing. I don't know. I like Star Wars.
You said that crusher thing.
That's a really good idea, though.
What?
Lower the ceilings every night. That would proper freak me out.
And when Big Brother served breakfast in bed and it came through the ceiling and fell on their heads. In the morning, that was good.
No, that's a good thing.
This is when the name chat came up. So
Yeah.
it's talking about names, and India said, "My mother named me after her favourite takeaway."
Oh, yeah.
And then Anne goes, "I think he's pulling your leg."
Yeah, that was it. Have you ever seen Anne look so happy as just after she called India he?
Did she?
Honestly, the look of joy on her face. That was no accident, in my opinion.
She did it on purpose?
Yeah. And she was happy about it. And she was happy when India was outraged about it.
I just was like, for fuck's sake, is Anne for real? Like, you are in Celebrity Big Brother, subtitled Year of the Woman. Every housemaid that entered on night one was a woman. What's the confusion?
And it's not like you look at India and even think she looks like
She
a
looks
man.
like a woman.
She looks feminine, yeah. Unless Anne knew her personally for years and years before, which I don't believe she did. So there's no excuse. Why are they all doing it then? Because Rachel does it and then Amanda does it. So why?
There is something preventing it being fully accepted.
Is it an age thing?
Well, I was surprised when even Rachel, this is coming up later, but even Rachel said she'd done it, because Rachel was very open-minded.
Did they show that on the show? Because I saw that on Bots.
They showed the subsequent discussion where Rachel continued to call her he.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh?
And then Rachel was like, "Oh, I can't believe I did that." And it's like, well, you fucking did it.
I can't either. But Amanda, this thing came up about a threesome. She had a very important threesome.
That was it.
And then she was talking about living secretly as a lesbian, and if you're living a lie, you have to edit yourself. And she said at this point that she hates labels. Mm-hmm. And I love this quote, actually. She said, "No, we're all people and anything can change." Which is true. But then later on, she tripped up again.
Sorry. Jesus Christ. A lot of women's sexuality is very fluid.
And at dinner time, Amanda also said that religion causes more wars than anything else, which is a true fact.
Oh yeah, because Anne said she's against female priests.
What can women do? Well, hang on. If women can do everything in Anne's eyes, why can't they be priests?
Anne is so anti-woman, isn't she?
She thinks she's a man. Is that what it is?
She's very anti-women. She hates women.
It's confusing me.
I think it's because she hates herself.
Oh, and then India goes, when they're talking about the Catholic Church stuff, "Come on, ladies, it's CBB, not Panorama."
Oh, yeah, that was good. That was good. Well, it was starting to feel a bit that way, but I quite liked it.
I did like India sort of gradually becoming frustrated with this whole political debate non-stop 24/7 stuff. It was quite fun to see her.
I know, but she bloody starts it half the time.
What do you think, Anne?
Yeah.
Also, Big Brother made them do like a task to win their dessert, and they had to talk about like an embarrassing story.
What did Ashley say that she bled on? Did she bleed? Did she shit, or was it had her period? Because I wasn't paying attention.
I think it was shitting. She said her stomach was rumbling.
Because
she had some rich food.
I thought it was that, and then I thought, oh, was it her period? Either way, Scotty T vibes, not good, is it?
Scotty T vibes.
I remember Scotty T told a story about shitting himself and wiping his ass on the bedsheet during sex.
No,
and did the motion.
It all blurs into like the shit in the freezer. It's all like part of the same fucking storyline.
Yeah.
I just thought that was really preconceived. Like, obviously, Big Brother said, "Oh, what's your most embarrassing story?" on the outside, and Ashley's gone, "Oh, someone shat on someone's sofa once, and it was really embarrassing." And Big Brother's just like spoon-fed this scene. That was the one scene that I thought was a bit too contrived for me.
The only one.
Yeah, the only one.
Was Anne sat there when Ashley told that story, wasn't
Probably
she?
Probably with her face in her hands, you know. "Oh, Anne, leave the room.
Yes, like Anne, you're in Big Brother.
Put this salad bowl over your head so you can't hear it. Oh, Anne, go to the diary room or something."
Go put your horrible nightie on in deep salmon. My favourite colour.
Dark salmon, I think it's called. I was going to ask you that as a question later. You spoiled it. What's Andrew's favourite colour?
Too late, man. Ruined.
Disco next. Granny's dancing to Relight My Fire. I don't know why. Why was that happening? Relight My Fire. Let's take that. It's not even Boyzone. It's not even a preempting of Shane Lynch coming in. Poor Malika looked like she wanted to fucking die amongst fucking Maggie and Anne dancing to Relight My Fire.
Maggie said she likes younger men.
She did, yeah.
But the ageism is alive and kicking in the UK. And then Jess said, well, Madonna's done it.
Well, you know, Margaret Thatcher's been Prime Minister. Sorted.
I think it's disgusting.
I said about Maggie, she needs to sort out that electric shock hair first if she wants a younger man.
And there's something going on with her lipstick. She's not putting it on quite
over the
right.
lips, isn't
yeah,
it?
What's going
around
on
the
there?
edge. Anne was talking about never marrying, but she said, if Mr. Right had come along, I'd have been receptive to it.
Oh, Mr. Right, Andrew, he's come now. He's right.
And then this whole debate about personal lives of women being public property came up, with Rachel saying that it was, you know, the media always want to ask its questions. It's very important.
Very true, especially about wanting to have kids and all that sort of stuff. When are you going to have kids? Blah, 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 blah. Mind your own business.
And so India got to the point where she had to walk away. Do you remember what she went to do in the bedroom?
Oh God, was it something really bad then? No, I don't.
What were you going to say?
Nothing. Go on.
Some disco dancing is what she was going to go do.
I don't remember that. Fucking hell, man.
She said, it's too heavy, all this self-analysis, it's too much, it's getting on my tit ends.
Tit ends. That's good.
And Malika was saying that Anne was very cold and she was only willing to talk about the subjects that she's invested in. And that's not a true word ever spoken. I think Anne goes around going, hey Malika, tell me about your background.
No.
Like, you know, you got any brothers and sisters?
No.
You know, what's your favourite place to go eat? Not at all.
Who's your favourite Kardashian? No, I don't. Hey, someone's ticked the blah box on this blog of mine.
What does that mean? Load of old crap?
Yeah. No other ticks, just blah. Not even boo, just blah. So whoever ticked that box, I hope you die.
India was starting to basically crave the men coming in.
Yeah.
Who is it? I've put Celebrity Big Brother bingo. Somebody said that Big Brother is an emotional roller coaster. Was that India as well?
Sounds like something Ronan Keating might say.
You just got to ride it.
Yeah. Nearly got me punched in the face. Do you want to hear what I said at the end of my blog? If they put... Didn't wait for the answer.
Yes.
If they put Dapper Laughs in tomorrow, we could have another fight night on our hands, and then we'll get the headlines, and then it will be trending. But then, don't pretend this is about feminism. It will be about exploitation and shock value. And if one of the women smacks him one, I don't fucking blame them.
If only they would. But he's gone in there with that sob story.
And they're all like, oh, they're there.
No, but he's getting away with it because who the fuck knows who Dapper Laughs is? I didn't know who he was.
I did.
Did you actually know? Genuinely beforehand?
Well, only from the...
From the rumours, yeah, exactly.
No, I knew before from the rape joke.
Oh, okay, I've not heard of the cunt.
Yeah, because he was going to be on a BBC Three programme and it got cancelled because of what he said.
Oh.
Okay,
but I'm not convinced the women really know who he is or what he's actually done. So for him to go and go, oh, I got misreported or whatever.
Just looking at my other blogs. Blah.
That ended. People got...
Oh, hold on. No, I got a funny and a cool for one of them. 2 funnies, 1 cool. And then just 1 blah. And then nothing.
Just at the end of that episode, Malika was in the DR and she said that she was really kind of interested for the men to come in because it would show a lot about the women.
It did, and especially Malika. I felt like we saw another side. Malika really
came into her own.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, I liked what I saw from her. She wasn't.
She wanted to see how
so
people
polite.
were going to change.
She was being more herself, I thought.
Yeah, because it was all very PC, tiptoey, wasn't it? Like,
PC. Oof.
Big Brother asked Malika who runs the world.
Women.
Girls. So
that's sexist in itself.
Day 3, the men were entering, really?
Yeah. What is?
Fucking hell, day 3 and the men are already coming in.
Yeah, we knew that.
I know, but this women only thing didn't last very long, did it?
No, not all.
So why have I put next to no reality stars? And I've written 6:10 p.m.
What?
Oh, next to no reality. That's what it is. Next to no reality. There was next to no reality from this day because they've got to get the men in. The reality started at 6:10 p.m. What about the rest of the day? There must have been so much stuff happening.
I know, especially that day because there was shit going on, wasn't there?
They started with the Macarena and Rachel.
The Macarena.
Yeah, the Macarena. Rachel, of all people, initiated a twerking lesson.
Oh, they love to twerk in Big Brother, don't they?
Always a twerking Big Brother.
Did they ever move on to the dab? They did in Canada, didn't they? But
we had dab in the last series of CBB because it was in that quiz for the old people versus the young people.
And the slut drop.
And Rachel did a slut drop, but she was very rigid. I noticed it was like a folding IKEA chair more than a slut drop. She goes, "Anne, can you twerk?" Imagine Anne goes, "Oh yes, I can." Yes. Down she gets, jiggling it around in a dark salmon 90.
Ew.
Oh, Andrew would like that. The dark salmon.
BTW.
Who's that? By the way, it was a Twitter person.
I'm drunk.
That's good. Got work tomorrow.
Oh God. Oh no. I liked Emma's coat that she was wearing.
Me too.
It was fluffy with like sequins on.
I mean, not only is this great quality Big Brother, but that was Emma's best look that I've ever seen her wearing. Her hair looked good.
No, it didn't.
I liked the hair.
It's the same hair as always.
No, the hair was better. It's lighter. It's got some highlights going on.
Has it?
I think so. And I like the sequins and fluff.
The sequins and fluff was good.
Sequins and fluff, always a winner. And good shoes as well. Winner for Emma on that one. Shocker. Plot twist.
Then Amanda called India he. Now this is interesting because this is where a lot of people on Twitter were saying India should have just accepted Amanda's apology and India was being out of order.
But that line was so well delivered.
What? Which one?
What is it again? I've forgotten the first part of it, but the second part of it was apology not accepted. And I just thought India is making Big Brother scenes here, and she knows it. And actually, that was a legendary line for me. That was down with like the great lines of like who is she?
Wow.
Not quite who is she? It's a bit too much, but like it was just so well delivered.
But again, Amanda did not look that sorry when she said it. And then everyone's going...
What annoyed me was Amanda went, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm an 82-year-old woman and I made a mistake." Don't bring the age card. That's like stupid.
Because if someone said that to her, she wouldn't like it, would they, about her age?
Yeah, you're 82.
Yeah,
that's
she
true.
would go mad. And then Anne went, "An apology is always enough." Who the fuck are you to say an apology is enough to? About something that you're not? You're not transgenders. How do you know an apology is enough? No, an apology is not enough. Stop doing it. Stop fucking doing it.
The most excruciating part of it, I thought, was that Amanda started to excuse it by saying, "Oh, I misgender people all the time. I call my wife he."
Oh, yeah.
Do you fuck?
That's weird.
That is bullshit.
But, Gaz, I don't think people are on the same page as us here.
Why?
Just from what I was reading on Twitter, everyone said India was totally out of order here and she should have just accepted that it was... I don't think she should have.
India is entitled to be pissed off by calling being called the wrong gender.
Unless you're transgender, I don't think you're really in a place to say, "Oh, India should do this, India should do that."
Oh, hang on. In the kitchen it all kicked off, didn't it? Where, this is before the apology not accepted thing. India kind of brought it to Amanda, and Amanda went, "Would you like me to leave?"
Oh, yeah, and that was it.
She was like, Dramatic. "I'm here." India said, "I'm here as a woman. Not a he, a she. I'm here as a real woman. I'm going to say it again so it really penetrates. I am a real woman." And I just thought, you know what, fair play. You do have to hammer it into them because they're not getting it.
It's a shame, though. It's a shame that you have to do that.
It's not right. Yeah, it's not right.
And then my mum tweeted me, "India is getting nasty." I know.
Well, she's offended.
She's on the back foot.
She's offended, and she's got some insecurities, and it's okay for them to show, I think. She said, "You're right, Amanda." After Amanda comes out and goes, "I'm 82 and I made a mistake. I'm sorry." India goes, "You're right, Amanda. Silly me for taking offence. Apology not accepted."
Okay.
I thought it was very well done.
I liked Amanda's orange coat that she was wearing. In that
I quite
scene.
like that coat too. And Amanda's also got a silver blazer, and I like a bit of silver. So the girls had seen the boys' VTs. Now we all know that seeing a VT can derail your game. Whose VT was it? Callum Best.
No.
The other Callum.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Callum.
Giacomo Callum.
Jackie Travers Callum.
Yeah. Taking it on board.
I wrote Raph, but Raph was a tweet, wasn't it, that tarnished his image? Or was it the VT?
No, it's about Donald Trump, yeah.
I'm sure people had seen his VT.
Yeah, Andrew had. No, so I know who had. Tom. Welsh Tom.
Had he? How?
Yeah, because he was outside with Andrew, wasn't
and he told everyone that
he was the people's...
Raph said he's going to be a psychological game player.
Yeah, he was the people's princess, wasn't he?
Oh, God. This is when India said that drag queens were like clowns for her and she's scared of them.
Oh, was
the
this when they
phobia.
were watching the videos?
Yeah, I haven't. That's the only reaction I've got when they saw
I
Courtney.
haven't even got that. I've just got the men going in. I haven't got that bit about the video.
It was quite quick. They kind of glossed over it,
okay.
but basically they got to previously that day what she was going to come in, and they all rolled their eyes at Courtney at the end because he was originally Shane, and he was like, "But you might know me better as," and did this like nod of the head, and he transformed into Courtney.
Oh yeah.
And India was like, "Oh god,"
Yeah.
And then it was revealed that he was a vegan, and they all seemed to roll their eyes at that. Now Joseph tweeted me and said, "Here's your vegan BBC fan," and I was like, because when I did my house tour video, check that on our Facebook page, BB on Blast.
Yeah.
There was vegan food in the fridge.
True.
That
Well,
vegan food can't have been sat there waiting for Shane to walk in, surely.
I'm a vegan, atheist, polyamorous,
Pansexual.
what else? I'll write it down in my next
Anything
one.
else that disgruntles Anne Whittaker?
That was good. That was really good. Feminist. Anyway, I couldn't write that down at the time. Oh yeah, this blog's not really that good because I was drunk.
So now,
drunk as a skunk.
in come the boys.
I've been drunk the past 3 days in a row.
Oh God, this ain't good. Your poor liver. John Barnes, who we already knew about because Rylan revealed him on bots.
Yeah.
I thought he must be some sort of arsehole because
he's a footballer.
Because he's a footballer and they're putting him into this series.
Yeah.
I was like, I asked a friend who's into sport.
What?
Oh yeah, I know. What do you know about John Barnes? Like, oh no, he's just like a footballing legend.
Yeah.
He actually seems like a sound guy. He
like,
hasn't got any controversy.
He's like Ian Wright. Isn't he? Like, he's an acceptable footballer. I like Ian Wright. He is though. He's just like a nice guy.
He does seem like a nice guy.
There are some footballers who are actually okay, and John Barnes seems to be one of them.
He said he likes strong women, and his mum is one, as is his wife.
And he seems like a gentleman, doesn't he?
He does, and he rapped on that England football
playing
for England. England.
That is a quality song. And they did these fucking inside interviews again. I don't like these inside interviews.
I didn't mind it.
The Orbit.
The Orbit. He likened walking in as the first man to Braveheart, being an Englishman walking towards the Scots Army, was it?
Right.
So he's obviously a little bit like concerned about how he's going to be accepted by the girls.
Do you think all these guys were like being PC though, all saying how much they like women and blah blah? I don't know.
Well, they had to address the issue because it's the theme of the series. But what I thought, well, we know this, but I don't think they should be able to watch the show beforehand.
No.
They know exactly what's going on. It's better if they didn't.
No, true. Who's best first man in the house, John Barnes or Ziggy?
Always Ziggy. Yeah, that as cringy as he was, he is a sort of legend in history. He's iconic. Courtney came in second, did he?
Yeah.
Or she, should I say? AKA Shane J.
Oh yeah, Australian was the other bit we missed out.
Who's Australian? And I tweeted like, we haven't had an Australian since John James.
Really though?
I don't think we have.
No.
Not that girl.
No.
Who?
Dave and Cush, mate. Toadfish.
What a fucking non-entity of a housemate.
I don't remember that.
Fucking hell. Yeah, you're right. But he didn't tick the Aussie box because it's crap.
Boring.
So I was pleased to have an Aussie. Like, I like Australians, and I think that in a social group, Australians are really good at breaking the ice.
Yeah,
they're so kind of chilled and easygoing. And I mean, Courtney,
mate,
Shane,
you want to have a couple of tinnies?
Throw a shrimp on the barbie.
Australian is
get in your crab suit. Shane's worth his weight in gold already. He really is.
Yeah.
So, shall we talk about the wardrobe malfunction? Clearly staged, but hilarious.
But I didn't think it was staged at first.
When you've seen the photos subsequently, because the face is like...
Yeah, now I believe it was. Especially when it happened again inside the house.
Yeah. Anne, we saw later that Anne was covering her eyes.
And also, she had her dick taped down, didn't she?
Remarkably,
maybe drag queens always have their dick taped down like that.
No, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of it. Have you watched Drag Race?
No.
Me neither.
My friend John loves it. Oh, you know John.
Yeah,
I do. He's obsessed with it.
And I've got friends that love it too, and not just gay friends, but straight friends as well, girls that love it. And I'm being told that
it's very much like Big Brother. I've heard.
Do they live in a house?
I think so.
I'm being told that I should watch it, and then I was like to my friend, I was like, well, I should probably start with Shane's series so that I'm up
that's
to date
true.
with him. But he was like, no, don't start with series 4 for some reason. I think Shane was on series 6. So my friend Corey, he told me that Shane was very close to winning his season of Drag Race.
Spoiler alert! Okay, sorry, I just had to let the cat in.
So that was brilliant. That was the moment Big Brother needed.
I was dying
because it was social gold.
It was so funny. I was just like, what happened there? And
Why
then the
Big Brother didn't have it on camera
I know,
though?
no, they cut it out, didn't they?
Because they were featuring Emma, like watching him go in. Which
And
was a
then the
shame.
drone cam shot as well.
You see how fast he moved across that stage?
It was I don't know whether that tops Gary Busey's 3 questions, but I think maybe it does actually. It was it was just perfect. It was perfect Big Brother, wasn't it?
And then
But actually, I know we say it's fake, but when he was coming down the stairs, his dress did look quite long, like because it was like a floaty. It did
but
look
intentionally
long.
so for the whole.
I guess
it was definitely a constructed scene, but I thought it was perfectly executed.
And also the fact he had no pants on.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder what is taping the dick down, because it's like translucent, but you can sort of tell there's something fleshy behind it. But it's like chicken fillet material.
Did you see a close-up picture of it?
No, did you?
Yeah.
What, of his crotch?
Yeah, take that.
No,
yeah.
No.
It looked peculiar. Oh, it's funny. That was good. That was like TV. That was TV moment of the year, and I don't know what will top it. To be honest,
It was early days, but it's probably going to be for some time. I can't see what's going to come on top of that. Can you?
You fell over. And I liked Emma laughing about it as well. I thought that was quite funny.
Yeah, Emma was kind of like in shock. So next was Shane L.
Yeah.
After Shane J. What was interesting was he was being called Shane J officially, hashtag
it's so
CBB Shane J,
confusing.
but his label said Courtney because it was dressed as Courtney.
Yeah, let's just call Courtney.
I think it doesn't matter. You can use either at this point. So Shane Lynch off of Boyzone, pretty famous.
I think the world is disgusting for the way they treat women. Oh,
Good to have an Irish accent
that was
back on the
shaky.
podcast.
Oh, that was shaky.
He has 5 sisters. He has 2 daughters, and I question whether I heard this right at the time, but I've since had confirmation from Shane's official Twitter that he did in fact go to an all-girls school.
Why the fuck is he at an all-girls school? He's a boy.
It's not possible, is it? If you've got Shane there, it ain't all girls anymore.
No.
But I don't know, he's from Ireland, maybe there was not, in his area there wasn't an alternative, who knows? I'd like to know more about that, but in tonight's show, did you notice, Shane wasn't in it at all?
Yes, I did notice that. Where was he?
I tweeted perhaps he's rehearsing for the Boyzone tour or something, who knows?
India did get a lot of airtime tonight, which I don't think is good for her, especially when people are hating on her.
But India's story is at a turning point, I feel, tonight.
I guess.
That cat is looking at the door again.
Oh, for fuck's sake, just let him sit there.
Next up is your favourite housemate,
Ooh.
Johnny. Love Island trash, I've written.
Who did you say he looked like?
Did I say he looks like someone?
Oh, no, I said he looks like Sean Maguire, but I don't know if you know who that is.
Off of EastEnders?
Yeah, I think he used to be in EastEnders.
Yeah, he was. He had a pop career as well, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah. He does look a bit like him, actually.
Yeah.
But he looks also a little bit like a sort of melted Will Young.
Yeah, because of that chin. If you want to let that cat out, feel free.
He's making a racket.
I know, I'm not getting up all the time. Like a cat butler.
I'll do it. Well,
Look, just leave the door ajar if you want.
Man has to go and let the cat out.
Just leave the door ajar. So Johnny, now we don't watch, what's he on Love Island, so we don't know what he's about. He said feminism has gone too far. No point being a feminist than saying you don't want to split the bill. I think that's a fair point, to be honest. Oh, and he's got a lisp. Did you notice he had a lisp?
I did, but you pointed it out to me as well.
I've not heard him say anything funny enough that we can imitate yet.
No, me neither.
Do you think he's from Essex? He's got that look, hasn't he?
Might as well be. Next was Dapper Laughs, aka Daniel O'Reilly. He's that rape joke comedian. He said that he lost his father and became one So he's a bit of a different person now. Is he already starting journey in his fucking intro?
Then. That's all right then.
What did he say about his dad having a hand on the baby? That sounded weird.
I don't know. It sounded like he was making a joke about his dad fiddling with his baby.
I thought that was
I
weird.
did too.
But maybe you were saying it was like divine intervention from his dad or something.
Maybe. Anyway,
creepy.
if you're not sure what he said that women are gagging to be raped. Now, think about this. That's not actually physically possible to be gagging to be raped, is it? Because rape is, in its very essence,
against
being
your will
to have sex. So
oh, that's deep.
You can't actually be gagging to be raped. That's physically
But
impossible.
some people do have rape fantasies.
Well,
but in that case, it's not real rape, is it?
No, it's just a
simulated rape.
Horseplay.
Oh,
and then to Emma he goes, "Oh, even if people don't like me, I'm getting loads of money." Like, ugh, how uncouth.
that is disgusting. Yeah.
I wonder how much money he's actually getting. Bad, isn't it?
I don't like to think of that piece of scum getting paid to be on my show. Like,
do you like to think of him winning?
No, I don't.
And then when he went in the house, I thought John Barnes looked uncomfortable. Did you?
Did he?
Yeah, John Barnes poured him a drink and he looked a bit sniffy towards him.
Good. At least someone's got his card marked.
I know, because everyone else is like, oh, they're there.
Anything more on Daniel?
No.
Are we calling him Dapper Laughs over Daniel?
Well, I guess we'll call him Daniel. I've put nice to see him getting cheered by the crowd. He got cheered.
I couldn't believe it. Not a single boo
No,
was
of course
out there
not.
for him. And actually, there wasn't boos for anyone.
This country we live in is absolutely disgusting.
It's just a Jim Davidson trope all over again. Is that what we can say, trope?
Yep.
You learned that off you. Now, they had a fucking Will and Grace promo.
Right.
I used to fucking hate the fact we had to sit through Will and Grace when it was on Channel 4 days. And now it's back to disrupt our Big Brother lives. Annoying.
I thought they looked good, though, the pair.
Don't want to look at them.
No, I'm not interested in that.
And so we had a half-hour break.
Yeah.
In which I went back and watched it on +1 because I'd missed the start.
All right.
That's all right. And,
precarious.
And then the second show started.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was it. Oh, I was so drunk, I can't remember any of this.
And I've put that audience are cheering for Dapper Laughs. Even on the second show for some reason.
What?
Maybe it cut him in the house or something.
Oh.
And yeah, that's when I realised that Emma's look was good. And I've written good nude lips. She had nude lipstick on. That was good. Next housemate.
Wayne Sleep. You went, I hope that's not Wayne Sleep on Twitter the other day.
Yeah, because I heard him in that package that they
How
put
do you
out
know
there.
him, though? Why did you go,
He was on I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here years ago. And he was a little bitch.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, seems
But
right
that,
so
I
far.
think he was on the year when Anthony Worrell Thompson was also being a little bitch.
Oh, God.
Because he was
Shoplifter.
saying he was saying that the food they were getting wasn't like adequately nutritional and or it wasn't enough for them, and like the producers were like, we assure you that the calorific value of the meals that we deliver is enough for you to live on in camp. And he went, fuck the calorific value. And like Wayne Sleep was behind him being like, yeah, like having like just trying to get involved in it. It's really embarrassing.
Hilarious.
So I just got a bad perception of him from that.
Anthony Worrell Thompson wanted to be down Tesco sneaking things through the self-service still, that's why.
Unexpected item in bagging area. So, I got a bad impression of him from the jungle, really.
Yeah, but he seems okay so far, but with these older gay males, they can go one way or the other, can't they?
What's it called? That little, she's gotta go.
Get the fuck out of here, that guy.
Kelsey,
you little
someone?
slut. What did he say?
Yeah, was it French slut?
Yeah, that was... And Louis Spence, and this is homophobic to compare all those characters, but Lionel Blair was good.
Suck my cock.
Yeah, he was good.
So apparently Wayne Sleep once cooked lunch for Princess Diana, and she helped him do the washing up. Was one of the facts. And he's already managed to talk about her in the house. Carol.
And he's friends with Amanda.
They know each other's showbiz lovies from back in the day.
And he's 5'2", which I'm 5'2". And he said he can't reach the pedals in his car. Well, I could. When I had one.
Perhaps he's driving a Range Rover or something.
Ferrari.
Next was a housemate that you probably don't know, Andrew from The Apprentice.
Some people might.
No, I know him, but you.
Oh, no, I don't.
I did watch his series of The Apprentice, which was the last series, and Lord Sugar in that series criticised him for not being able to adapt himself for business.
Oh.
Because there was one task where he swore in front of a client.
Oh, right.
And
that is bad.
And they were like, you can't swear in front of the client. And he's like, well, I'm just like, that's my character. I'm just like a normal guy. And they're saying, so you can't really adapt yourself. And that's when he got fired.
Oh, okay. That sounds like me at work.
I don't really adapt myself either.
I don't either.
I don't like to compromise myself.
Do you know what? I was talking to my counsellor about this week.
Yeah.
I always say this. I said, like, I'm the same in any given situation.
Yeah. I think
and she said that's physically impossible. She said, you're not the same with your boyfriend as you are with your mum. That's a totally different thing. I said, but I am. That's what I said. I am. And she said, I'm fluid in every situation. And I like pulled a face.
For a backbone.
And I like pulled a face, and she went, why did you pull a face when I said the word fluid? And I just said, I don't like the thought of being fluid. And then she said, the key to good mental health is being flexible in any given situation. I thought, oh, fuck. I'm fucked then. I'm so inflexible. But I do feel like I am myself in every situation.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to talk like we do on the podcast in a meeting, I suppose.
No.
There is adaptability, but like you say, I don't really like to compromise my personality. And I always want to be seen as being me.
Yeah, I don't have a professional mode.
No, I don't care about professionalism either. So I don't really want to be seen as being professional. Do you know what I mean?
I don't either. Because you can still be good at your job.
You don't have to be professional. You can still be yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Because professional is fake to me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like building a front, wearing a suit, like acting a certain way, and that's not me.
And also my counsellor, I said something about my mum. I said, oh, my mum said this, blah, 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 blah. My counsellor said, that reminds me of somebody. As if it was something I said. And that annoyed me. Anyway, enough about the inner
personal
workings
life
of my mind. Actually, it was a really good session I had this week.
You said you had a chat about me in that session
as
well.
I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, about you being super confident. That's true, I did. Talked about a few things, actually.
So I said that Andrew was fit, but he shouldn't be wearing that check shirt in his VT. It's awful.
I don't remember that.
There's a t-shirt that was like red checked material. It's gross.
I said, this isn't right. You know what? I must have been drunk. Andrew from The Apprentice is cute. Looks a bit gay, though. That sounds bad.
No, but he is a little bit like in touch with his feminine side. He's got like piercings. He's quite well turned out.
He had no socks on as well. That's not good, is it? And he said feminism means women should spoon men.
But yeah, he wants to be the little spoon. He wants to be spooned.
I spoon either way. Spoon one way or the other way. Still good.
So Andrew came in.
I think he is nice.
He goes up to Anne and goes, let's be having you. And he air kisses her and follows up with, you're looking lovely. And her face was just like,
oh my God,
screwed up, like, what the fuck is this guy?
Why is Andrew all over Anne all the time?
He's got a mission. Like, she's a tough cookie and he wants to crack her.
They all do. They're all crawling up her arse. What was that it? Oh no, Genuine. Did you listen to his song?
No, I haven't.
I listened to it on YouTube.
How old is that
It goes like this. It goes if you heard it, you'd know it. It's like off an advert.
But is it a song that you knew it already?
Yeah,
you didn't know him.
I knew it.
It was him.
No, I didn't know him. No. But I knew, you know the song. It's like, thong song or something. You know the song. Yeah.
Why didn't he get to perform when he came in there like Cisco did?
He'll perform it in the house, won't he, at the talent show?
Yeah. Is that going to happen in this series? I don't know if it's too highbrow. I'm not sure what's happening.
Nah, of course.
Malika later said that she had pictures of him on her notebook. And I was like, hang on a minute. He's got how many kids did he say?
9.
And I questioned, like, how old is this guy? Because he actually looks really good.
Oh, he's quite old, I think, because I looked at pictures of him when he was younger, and that was ages ago.
Yeah, he's 47, actually. He's got 7 daughters and 2 sons, so it's all this like, oh yeah, I've got so many daughters, I'm used to being around women. Chat was coming up again. Any other comments on him going to the house?
I think he's sleazy.
Do you? I didn't get that.
Well,
from
my
him
friend
yet,
Delali
really.
said he was sleazy.
Okay.
She said he looks greasy.
He did look greasy, but I didn't know he was sleazy.
Yeah. No, he seems alright. His hands are enormous.
Really?
Did you see his hands?
You know what that means?
Huge. What?
Big gloves. That is a true story, though, that thing.
What's that?
Like the thumb and your... what's that called? Index finger.
Yeah.
Like that's how like.
That's the length of your dick.
Yeah.
No, it fucking isn't.
Yeah, no, but it's like a 42-inch TV, like in this long ways.
That's not true. Is it?
I think it is.
No, it isn't.
I'm gonna measure it later and let you know.
Okay.
Send you a picture.
Yeah, do a YouTube of it.
Put it on Facebook.
I know some people who like it.
Yeah. Finally, what's behind the yellow shorts package?
God.
Um,
So only the women can vote on who to evict, right? Right? What?
100 years since women got the vote.
Drunk.
Emma came on screen.
Yeah.
I think she was looking at the wrong camera at first.
Oh dear.
Yeah, this week it's only the women can nominate.
Ah, that's it.
And also, the women won't lift a finger. And the men they'll allocate jobs to the men based on their VTs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
I thought this already happened.
Anne's not happy.
Anne
Yeah,
isn't
no,
happy.
you said it happened earlier, but it never. But weren't you annoyed there was no live feed right now?
I complained.
Gaz's face when
I
said...
did a tweet. Because I, like, silly me for being offended that there was no live feed.
Why? Who told you off? Jamie East?
No. I literally went through the TV planner and put on 5-star just in case the live feed was on 5-star.
Was it?
No, it wasn't. And I tweeted Channel 5. I was like, "You've given
Ian Symes."
I said, I should have done actually, and Alfie Green. I said, "You've given us a full house of housemates, and we can't watch them live. That is not good enough."
Why
Channel
not?
5.
We saw them. We saw the first night live feed. Why was there no live feed?
They have an empty channel there. No one wants to watch 5-star. No fucker is watching it. Even 5 USA. Who's watching that?
Oh, I love it. That would have been the perfect time for live feed, wouldn't it?
Of course, because this dynamic that you've been building over the last 3 days has been shattered. There's a load of men in the house of women. Let's see what's going to happen. No.
Drop the ball. Ratings gone. No, haven't the ratings gone back up again now?
They mispublished some ratings that were lower than initially for some reason, and yeah, apparently it's doing quite well.
I'm not surprised because it's better than normal.
It is to us,
Yeah.
but like, is it to everyone else? Like, I think it's Courtney dropping the skirt. That will obviously bring people in, and probably Johnny off Love Island, sadly,
What?
because Love Island has got a huge audience, isn't it?
Okay.
So a few of those people probably will migrate over.
Migration.
Season. On to day 4.
Oh, thank God. Yeah.
So India was like rubbing moisturiser on her boobs or whatever in the bathroom. Now I've seen a few people saying, "Oh, I wish India would put her boobs away, like it's repulsive or whatever."
Don't mind when it's Bianca, do you?
Exactly. What, Bianca Gascoigne?
No, Bianca with the rubble with Winston.
Oh yeah, she flashed her when she got evicted.
Yeah, that was good.
But like Big Brother, traditionally people used to get naked. You had the clay painting Big Brother 1. If you haven't listened to our blast from the past, go back and check that out.
What could be the difference between people getting their boobs out and India getting? I wonder.
So people are getting offended now. Rachel was in the room again, all over
as usual.
India's boobs.
As usual.
And
that sounds wrong.
India was like, "They're boobs. It's no big deal." See, boobs to me are not a sexual thing. Seriously,
Yeah, that's
boobs
odd though.
are just a body part.
But I do find that odd though, because boobs are sexual, aren't they?
They are sexual.
Boobs
of course
are
they
like fun bags, aren't they?
But to her, they're just a body part, like an arm.
I think that's because no one's felt her boobs yet. Once they have.
If you'd like to feel India's boobs, let us know.
You're going to say mine. No, I don't know.
I want her to get her boobs felt, and I want them to be
do
sexual
too.
for her as well, because
I do
they
too.
should be.
They should be, yeah. I think her boobs aren't just like an arm.
No.
Boobs are like a pointless thing that are attached to your body that make it
But-
hard for you to run. So they might as well get some fun out of them, innit?
But you are supposed to get stimulation out of them,
Yeah.
of a type.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get much stimulation out of an arm. Like, it's not the same level of body part, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also appreciate India being so comfortable with her boobs that she is fine to get them out and be there in the bathroom.
That's because they're still a novelty, aren't they? To her.
I guess so. And she should be proud of them.
Yeah, of course. She should pay for them. Oh no, the NHS did.
Would the NHS do the boobs?
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
But Rachel said, "Oh, you know, you haven't even got a scar. Your surgeon was the man." She said.
Yeah, sexist. Could have been a woman. Don't know.
So, housemates were asked in the diary room whether they would like to keep the house as all female.
Oh yeah.
And India, Rachel, Maggie, and Anne all said no. They want the men to come in. But Jess, Amanda, Malika, and Ashley would have happily kept it as women. But
Bollocks.
most of them seemed to say as long as it was this group.
Bollocks.
Don't want no new women.
No.
This is a flashback to when they got to see these VTs, I think.
Yeah.
And Anne was hoping for Harrison Ford.
I put in my blog, you'll be lucky to get Jar Jar Binks.
That's good. I'd like to have Jar Jar Binks.
I don't think he's just a bit of old CGI, isn't
No,
he?
with the voice off, maybe.
I bet he's not doing anything else at the moment.
No, but he's not. Career ruined.
Anne said she didn't take to Dapper Laughs.
I think she's not impressed, did she?
And she didn't look very impressed when how do you say it?
Genuine.
Genuine. That sounds like two alcoholic drinks.
Genuine.
Is it genuine or genuine?
Genuine. G-I-N.
I was going to struggle with that. Oh yeah, and then here I wrote down the full thing for Courtney: genderqueer, pansexual, polyamorous, vegan, atheist, feminist, blonde, Australian.
Amen to that. Anne was clapping when Johnny said that feminism had gone too far.
Yeah, okay.
Also, Malika revealed that she kind of fancied Andrew in those VTs too. She thought it was really cute.
Mm-hmm. We fancy Andrew.
I do. We both do. This is odd that we agree on a guy.
Very odd.
I like his pierced nipple.
Ew, I don't. That's very 90s.
He's got 9 piercings apparently. Where's the rest of them?
Ew.
So the women allocated these roles for the task.
Oh, I think it's disgusting.
This is a little bit like Jade Goody family being meant to the pond.
But it's not as bad.
Not as bad.
They had to bow and fucking to Jack Tweet. No one would put her with that. Especially not Jermaine Greer.
Or she wasn't in that series, but
yes, she was.
No, she wasn't. She had to warm the bed for Jackie Stallone.
Oh, who am I thinking was
Brigitte Nielsen? Oh, you're thinking of that big-haired journalist woman.
Carol Malone.
Yes.
Okay.
God, well remembered.
Yeah.
Encyclopedic knowledge out of this woman, I tell you.
Mastermind.
So Anne was disapproving. They allocated the chefs to be John and Shane Lynch, house cleaners to be Andrew. Who's Andrew? Andrew for the Apprentice. And Shane J. Courtney, because he knows how things should look. Bathroom cleaners Johnny and Dapper Laughs, and the butlers to be Wayne and Genuine.
Yeah.
Gin or wine?
Yeah. So then Anne said she doesn't like the task because it's about women humiliating the other gender.
About time, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly what I put in my blog. Boo-hoo. It's for like 2 days. It's a task. Why is Anne getting upset out of the task?
Why has nobody said it's a game?
I'm not doing it, big brother!
It's only a game show. It's only a game show.
So then Anne didn't want to sleep in the room with the men, which I think is fair. I think it's fair she doesn't want to sleep in there with all the men.
Why? She's so sure about women should be equal. She should be happy to sleep with the men, should she not?
True. But didn't India say she'd give Anne the bed back?
She's probably concerned they're going to get too aroused by her dark salmon nightie.
Yeah. And her nipples around her ankles. Body shaming.
Kicking them around the floor as she goes to the diary room.
Andrew will help him up.
No, Anne, you can't do that yourself. So India did say she'd give the bed back.
Yeah, which Big Brother helpfully reminded us, which I do think is a bit naughty of them.
Storylining.
Because I can remember 3 days ago what happened.
No, but the fair weather fans may not have watched that day.
True.
We cater for them now. I still maintain, if you watch Big Brother, you commit to it and you watch it every day. It's on your time to catch up. Don't waste our time doing flashbacks. So, India went to the diary room to settle this because Big Brother has the final say, right? Is this when she said? This is when she called
a miserable bag or something.
The terms OAP mafia came up.
Oh yeah,
miserable old bag. Why is Anne here? She's got a face like a bag of spanners.
She does.
I thought that was quite brilliant commentary on Anne, to be honest with you.
It was.
But who is the OAP Mafia? Is that Amanda, Anne, and Maggie?
Yeah. Hold on. How old is India's quite old as well.
50.
Not OAP, admittedly.
52, I think. But Big Brother says, as we already discussed, Big Brother would suggest that the bed with the towels
they should have done that on the first
allocated
place.
to the housemates. And India says, okay, fine, I'll give it back to her. Comes in and says to Anne, you've got to have your bed back.
Yeah.
That is the first fucking time I've seen Anne Widdecombe smile in that house.
Yeah, she did smile, yeah.
Fucking sly bitch.
No, she also smiled when she called India he. She smiled then.
What is she in there for? That what she takes pleasure out of? Like, what gives Anne Widdecombe pleasure? I don't.
Cats.
An atrocious nightmare. So next it's back to the men entering the house.
Men-trance.
Men-trance. Did you name your blog Men-trance?
No, I wish I had.
I saw it said Men-trance somewhere.
I put it as a
on
intro
Twitter.
to
You
something.
put Men Entrance.
We'll recycle it for the podcast. Don't worry.
Okay. Courtney's skirt's falling down.
Oh, my dress is falling off again.
She's like, that was so embarrassing. My dress fell down. And Rachel was like, no, it didn't.
Yeah, I did.
And Anne, you got to see Anne covering her eyes, which I thought was hilarious.
Please.
John was talking about cooking.
Yeah.
He said he's going to do
Jones.
cornflakes, garlic and chilli. I said, that sounds like one of Bear's recipes. And then Dapper goes to Rachel, let's meet.
Oh, yeah.
And she went, I'm not Leslie.
Yeah. That's like me. Everyone always calls me. Let's meet. Let's not.
Also, what the fuck is a Ron de Jean?
What?
Ron de Jean.
I don't know. What is that?
Some, like, Wayne's new hip.
Oh, yeah.
And he's talking with Amanda. He's like, I can do the Ron de Jean.
Oh, it's not nice.
Some dance move. Refer to Louis Spence on that one.
And then India told Courtney that she had a phobia of drag queens.
I think this is a storyline. I don't believe India on this one, do you?
No.
If you have a phobia, you can't go near it. Like, do you remember when that clown walked in and Nikki Graham was in there? In Ultimate Big Brother? That's the phobia.
I think India... I feel like I said this earlier, but I can't remember. I think India has a phobia of people thinking she's a drag queen.
You might have a point there.
Yeah.
It's like an insecurity within herself.
Yeah.
You should like it.
No, I get it.
You get us a drink, woman. Woman.
He wouldn't.
Bring back Sally Burko, I say. She would have gone too soon.
It's so cold in this house.
Is this electric blanket still on? Behind the scenes gossip. I've put, what is the pony? You need to educate me on that. I don't know what that is.
Well, in Cockney rhyming slang, it means... Oh, no. Is it like £20 or something? It's a certain amount. Just ask Danny
Bearing in
Dyer.
mind that... Just who?
Danny Dyer.
Danny Dyer.
But also pony...
Like Darren Day.
Pony means shit as well. Like, oh, that's pony. Means it's crap.
But in where Genuine's from, it probably don't mean either of those things,
No,
does
I
it?
don't know what it means to him.
So I was surprised that... Oh no, it's not actually that big yet. So basically, I've realised that the boys have ended up in what is effectively designed to be the girls' bedroom. You notice that?
I have...
Because Davison's
Pink.
suite is all like dusky pink. And
Sexist.
who's the other one again? Pankhurst's bedroom is all like blue, royal blue. But
Sexist.
the men have ended up, because it had that big fluffy, like, round thing on the wall, didn't it? It's quite feminine edge to it.
When we went in and there was all that makeup on the bedside tables, was that on every bedside
I
table?
didn't check if it was in the Pankhurst room.
It was in the first room I went in.
It means, yeah, which is the one I really
That was
got
Davis-
into.
that was the Davison one, then.
That was Davison. Probably can see it from my tour. We'll have to have a look at our own video. Can you remember what Andrew's first words were in the house, actually?
Was it, I've just shit myself? He said that.
I don't know.
I feel like that's a Geordie Shorer.
Come on, you bastards. He said, holy cow, which I thought was
Holy cow.
a break from the usual, oh my god. Next, we had two Shanes in a bed. I thought this was really cute. Shane L and Shane J.
I wanted Courtney to share with Wayne. I could imagine Courtney and Wayne becoming
Wayne tried to get him over to his side, didn't he? He's like, oh, you share with me, darling.
Yeah.
And Courtney was like, no, going in with Shane. But I think there's going to be a really nice relationship between Shane L and Shane J
so.
if Shane L ever turns up again.
Oh yeah, and that was when Shane said to Courtney, when do I call you he and when do I call you she, basically.
And I thought that showed like a really nice consideration from Shane L.
Because I would ask the same question, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And then, but the answer was so simple.
He's like, well, I'm going to have a shower later and I'll be Shane J.
But it's such a simple answer that I would have been confused about it as well. But it's like so obvious in a way.
Like you said, like with him, it's not going to be a problem if you do it either way.
No.
And his Twitter is Courtney Act as well.
But
first,
I feel like a broken record.
Uh-oh.
Misgendering a drag queen is different to misgendering...
Yeah, because they haven't made a life decision to be that gender.
No, but someone on Twitter was at my arse about it going, but a lot of drag queens are gender queer and blah, 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 blah. Well, some are, but a lot of drag queens, especially in the UK, are straight. It's just straight men.
That's true.
So it's not a sexuality being a drag queen. You might...
Gender queer?
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. But
I don't know what it means. I was going to ask you.
Gay.
But like by definition of being a drag queen... You're not transgender.
No.
You're doing it as a part-time, fun thing that you like to engage with.
But the idiot general public, as I tweeted, don't get it. And then someone had a go at me and said, I'm a nasty person for calling people the idiot general public. And I said, take it out with Helen Wood.
And who's the other one?
Patsy Kensit.
Patsy Kensit.
Sally, don't have a go at me about that. I'm just quoting someone. But this is... I'm not articulating myself well now about it, but I feel like they're setting India up in a way by going, because people will go, Courtney doesn't mind if you call her he or she, so why does India mind? It's like that.
Well, that's the fucking morons that can't see the issue here.
But that's a lot of people who think that way. A lot.
Those people, they put me through hell.
That's a lot of people who will not see the difference between the two. They'll see Shane dressed as Courtney, and they'll see India as a woman, and they will not see the difference.
But...
I know Shane is trying to educate them on the difference.
Yeah, and
India is too.
And Shane is almost softening India, which I think is a really good thing for India's game and her image as well.
Yeah, true.
Because Shane is so about having the conversation, whereas India's a bit on a warpath.
Yeah.
By herself.
Yeah.
And it actually does need to be softened and say, hey, this is a conversation that we need to be had, and hopefully these fucking idiots will see it as such as well. But I don't know.
I wouldn't count on it.
Big Brother opened the power room next.
Hold on, John is sharing a bed with Andrew because Andrew's skinny and John is big, so they need to even out. I said that's my policy on sleeping with.
I hope John spoons Andrew.
Yeah, that'd be cute. I like a skinny man in my bed.
You do, don't you?
Oh, no, I don't get one very often. I don't even know what that means.
What do you think about this power room and where is it?
You know where it is. You found it.
You think that was the power room? No, that was to the electric shock room.
What do you mean?
The electric fuse room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know where the power room is.
They've got a whole electric shock room now.
Yeah.
Don't tell Anne, she'll be furious.
Inflicting pain for entertainment. They had Tesco sushi and rope lights.
It looked nice, that room. Oh, what's wrong with rope lights? I don't know what rope lights are.
I said I hate rope lights. They've twisted that rope light into the word power.
Oh, okay.
I tweeted that last night. This morning, some cunt comes at me on Twitter going, is hate the appropriate word for an inanimate object? You dislike rope lights?
Fuck off!
I said, don't tell me my strength of feeling about anything.
Oh, well, hate's a very strong word.
Exactly. Oh, we can't hate on rope lights. Some
hate,
fucking
what the fuck I want?
middle-aged man, like out of nowhere.
You should have said I declared genocide on rope lights. Like that shit. People fucking telling you what you think.
Where do these people find your tweet?
It's like that loony who I fell out with on Twitter this week, that Craig guy.
I don't know where he came from, because he's normally sound.
Why don't you reply to me in 2 seconds?
I smell bullshit.
Yeah, I'm busy. It's like
watching Big Brother.
And then he had a go at someone who liked my side of it. It's like, alright, like Lewis it was actually. It's like, relax, I'm not under a contract to reply to any tweet.
Because he seems nice. He looked a little bit attractive in his photo as well.
I liked him too. He just went mental. But and on Twitter, you're under no obligation to agree with anyone, to reply to anyone.
It's fine to disagree with someone.
Yeah.
But don't tell them that they're wrong.
I'm so tired of people telling me what to think and what to say. I'm just not standing for it.
No, but
and
can you believe? Can you imagine someone saying you can't hate rope lights? What the hell? What the fuck? It's rope lights. It's not about gender equality or race. It's rope lights. I happen to prefer a fairy light. Okay?
I hate those twigs in vases. I know I said it, but they really piss me off.
Have they got those in that room as well?
Fucking Blair
Are they
Witch
in that
Project.
room?
No, but just every time I see them, they give me heebie-jeebies.
I got some twigs in.
Have you?
In a vase with fairy lights on as well.
Ugh, you animal.
They got Christmas decorations hanging off them right now. I need to take them down.
I've took all my Christmas decorations down.
Oh my god! I never even saw your tree. Did you have a tree?
Only a small one.
Oh, I missed it.
Never mind. So they're assigning all the different tasks.
Yeah, which they've already done. Pointless.
Yeah, I feel like we've said that like about 3 or 4 times.
They didn't change any of them.
Yeah.
And this is when I first picked up on these shots of boron wood that they're doing, which makes it feel like Gogglebox.
I've seen those now.
Outside the house, like that don't even look like boron wood. Boron wood is rough, but we like it very much.
Charity shop. Oh no, I've got the hiccups now. Fuck.
So the men were set to work in a musical montage. So musical montages do still exist.
Hold on. Daniel said, "My missus makes me do a bit of cleaning."
What a bitch.
Yeah, heaven forbid he'd do it himself. Then we had the dark salmon 90 bit that I've written for you.
Yeah, Andrew's favourite colour. India, on the men coming in, she said it's just changed the mood instantly. There's more fun in the house. It's a lighter, brighter place.
And it's nice to have a cocktail of genders in the house.
It is.
A cocktail.
Cocktail. She said it proves to me one gender ain't as good as a mix. And I am fully behind that.
Yeah. And then,
I tweeted about that. I quoted that tweet, and some more people came at me, oh, this bullshit. So this, like, fantasy world that you live in again.
What fantasy world
about,
do you live in?
This gender stuff. Somebody told me I was living in a fantasy world or something. About, like, agreeing that it's good to have a mix of genders. Like, what? What's wrong with these people?
Well, the human race wouldn't survive without both genders.
This person is the person that's decided to follow me. And this is the one that I replied to. And I said, prepare yourself to see a load of more liberal-minded tweets on gender issues over the next few weeks.
Yeah.
And he said about, what was it? What was the reply? I should find the reply. Yeah. It was about liberals being crybabies or something. Get out of here, you loser.
Now, how did Courtney shoehorn this into conversation?
What?
Or up her bum? Anything's a dildo if you try hard enough.
It was about the cleaning fluid, wasn't it?
I wish she'd said it to Anne. Imagine if she'd said it in front of Anne. Anything's a dildo if you try. Imagine Anne's face. Oh, please.
Yeah, that's not a cocktail, it's a cleaning fluid. I don't know why they were talking about that.
I don't either.
But that was a good quote. He's going to have a few good one-liners.
Yeah, that was good. God.
Go on.
Daniel was doing his story about rape jokes. I was teaching men how to pull birds.
But he approaches Maggie with this.
What men was he teaching how to pull birds?
Fuck, it's probably Daniel Lloyd's ex and fucking Johnny off Love Island. But he sort of approaches Maggie with this, and he goes, Maggie, I was a bit concerned about coming in here with you.
Oh, yeah.
What, because she's a DCI who busts grooming rings?
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, I'd made this rape joke. And Maggie goes, a joke's very different, though. To what? A grooming ring? Like what? Of course it is fucking different. Like, what are you talking about? I was like, why can't these people, see that they're living with this complete arsehole who's pulling the wool over their eyes, making out he's a great guy? You wait till you see him in the diary room when you come out, because he's acting like a complete cock in there as well.
Listen, that rape joke was taken completely out of context.
Oh yeah, it's very different when you write it down, isn't it?
Normally his comedy is about,
It's like our jokes, you write them down. Oh shit, no.
Normally he's like fucking, Stuart Lee or something, or Bill Hicks. He's like very, very liberal. Yeah. This one was just like a bad day for him because someone said it in the audience or something. It's like, okay, mate.
Also, he looked like he got a cold sore.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Warts.
Johnny.
Oh, and I didn't like the way Alma. I put Alma.
Is that her name in the chorus?
Yeah. I've not been doing that so much this series.
She hasn't been in it for years.
People reading my blog are like, what are you talking about?
Alma's not been in it for years, has she?
No.
She dead as a character or not?
Yeah.
She was a bit like the Dot Cotton of Coronation Street in a way.
There's a Morrissey song called Alma Matters, by the way. Anyway, I didn't like Amanda, Alma, and Maggie both coddling him and going, oh, it's all right.
I mean, either.
I will never vote for either of those two on the basis of that conversation.
But would you have done anyway?
Maybe Maggie. probably not. Actually. And then what happened? Oh yeah, Johnny and was this?
They were in the diary room together, and Johnny described himself and Daniel as the bottom feeders. Well, you've fucking got that right.
Correct. And then wasn't Daniel saying that Johnny fancied Jess?
Oh yeah, and within 2 weeks we'll be hanging out the back of Jess.
I missed him saying that.
Said it all.
You know, someone got sacked for saying that. A football commentator hanging out the back. Yeah, because me and James always used to joke about it on the podcast, hanging out the back. I don't even know what that means. It don't make no sense.
It's like fucking them from behind, like your cock is hanging out the back of her.
You're not hanging out the back, are you? That would be weird.
If you were,
hopefully you should be inserted in nicely, not hanging out.
Oh, I don't know.
Doesn't make sense.
Images of flopping out at the end.
Ew, that's great. I missed him saying that, but I did hear him say.
Yeah, he said, "Hang on." He said, "Within 2 weeks, he'll be hanging out the back of Jess." And he goes, "Oh, we can't say that. Can you say that?" Like, we can't. He goes, "Oh, we can't say that. Can you say that?" Like to Johnny. And Johnny goes, "No, but you can say it if you want. I can't say it." Like, he's put his. I just felt like Dapper Laughs had said this, and which he knew was incriminating, and he said, "We can't say that. Can you say that?" Like, putting it on him. So I think, no, Johnny didn't say that.
But Dapper Laughs is just, a comedy character.
What, like fucking Keith Lemon?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, Keith Lemon is just as bad in my opinion. But anyway,
he's not.
Well, not as bad.
Level.
No, but he's still sexist.
And I
think if you do sexist comedy, that means you are a sexist. I don't care how much of a liberal he is in real life, and also I think that's why.
No, because you think it's okay to joke about the issue.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway, Daniel then said soon Johnny would be second knuckle deep in Jess.
I need to ask, what? Can you explain this?
Yeah, like the fingers in there, isn't it?
Finger banging.
Yeah, second knuckle. Which is your second knuckle? Is that one? Is that a knuckle?
Yeah, maybe that's what it means, because you've got the two bends in your finger. It must be like
that far.
The proper knuckle.
Like, put it in properly, look.
Get a fist in there, mate.
Jesus
Come
Christ.
on, let me feel something.
Second knuckle. Put some effort in, mate. That's pathetic. If he said, 4.5 fingers, then maybe we're talking. Jesus. Sorry.
Anyway.
I'm making it worse. No, but...
The men don't get any pleasure out of the finger.
What?
The men don't get the pleasure out of the finger, so...
Well, they get the pleasure out of giving you pleasure.
Of doing it, yeah, that's true.
But anyway,
We've all been there.
That's a disgusting way to talk about people, isn't it?
It is a disgusting way to talk about someone.
Imagine Jess's mum watching that.
Exactly. And the thing is, Jess cannot know that was said.
No.
It's entirely at her expense.
Well, she probably wouldn't care. But it's beside the point.
So next in the kitchen, I quite like these scenes where they're all sat around that long dining table. It's proving quite good. Rachel said to Courtney, "Andrew's straight." And Courtney said, "He's straight, but so's spaghetti until it's boiled." Which I thought was ingenious.
That was good, yeah.
And then Courtney started to talk about pansexuality and coming out.
Courtney said she sleeps with anything.
Anything.
What does that
mean? Oh, God. I'm quite surprised that Shane likes to sleep with women, actually. Because he's quite feminine as a gay guy. And
yeah, but he said most of the time men.
Yeah.
Maybe he just sleeps with women in a threesome or something.
Maybe. By proxy, do you mean?
Yeah. Someone I know went to the torture garden and slept with 2 guys at the same time. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, you did, actually.
Don't you think that's crazy?
You don't have to tell me that sort of stuff.
It's fine. She won't listen to this. And plus, I didn't name her.
No, but you told me it was.
Oh, yeah, well, that's
yeah,
anything.
Okay.
I think that's... I think I'm quite a prude.
I've heard of that place. Is that in Vauxhall?
I'm not sure. Costs £45 to get in.
Wow.
Yeah.
You want a certain class of people in a torture garden.
Exactly, yeah.
You need a few bob. Well, there's an avenue to explore.
Go past.
So, anything more on that sexuality talk?
Just that when Courtney said she'd sleep with anything, I thought if a woman said that, they'd get in trouble. And
did you talk about being accepted by his family and how it came out?
Yeah, that was quite an interesting conversation they had, but I didn't write it down.
Me neither. Anne was in the diary room saying that the men had livened things up, and she said, "I could have done without Courtney losing her skirt as soon as she got into the house."
I could do with you putting a dressing gown on, Anne, but there you go.
Take a leaf out of Joe Amira's book. India was asking Genuine and Andrew if they'd go out with a transsexual
But
woman.
why is she saying transsexual? Because that's not the accepted terminology. It's transgender. It's not transsexual is like outdated.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so I don't get why India...
Did she say transsexual or did I say transsexual?
No, she said transsexual.
Okay.
And it's not the first time she said it, because she said it on her interview on the way in.
But, can you blame just an individual for not being fully PC?
No, I can't, but if you're in there representing, you should really be getting the terminology right. But I think that's the whole point, she's not representing.
But, as you said, nor should she necessarily be represented. She is going in there as herself to be herself.
That's true, but then can't you end up harming...
your group.
I don't know, because it's unfair, because that's like saying me in there being
representing
a dick.
straight women.
Yeah, which no one would ever say.
Yeah.
No one would ever say
But
it.
when it's a minority, it's different in some way, even though maybe it shouldn't be.
And plus, India does talk about it a lot.
She does. However...
If you look at it that way, though, no one would ever say to me, "Oh, you're representing straight women," or "You're representing white women." No one would ever say it.
No. But
it's not fair.
We don't know what India's talking about the rest of the time.
True.
We're seeing minimal footage from the day. Like, there could be loads of conversations where India isn't going on about this, but because of the edit, it feels like she is. True. So basically, she approaches Genuine and says, "Would you have sex with would you sleep with a transsexual woman?" He's like, "No."
And then she went, "She'd give me a kiss," and he recoiled.
But she was like, "But I'm a woman." She raised that like, "I'm a woman, so you sleep with a woman."
Maybe he don't fancy you. He was really caught between a rock and a hard place there, wasn't he? There was nothing he could really say that was going to be right in that situation.
No, that's true. But Courtney, I've written, was so eloquent in how he approaches these arguments.
Oh, yes.
And she.
Yeah, either.
Was he dressed as Shane or Courtney at the time?
Courtney, I think, yeah.
And by the way, he looks fucking incredible.
He does look great.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I think, and I don't know if it's just the accent throwing me off, but he looks like a Minogue. He's got like a look of Kylie / Danny about him.
He does.
I think it's the cheekbones or something. I'm not sure. But he said, "I think we live in such a binary world where people think there's two options of gay and straight, and they think, oh, I'm having sex with a woman who's trans, therefore I'm gay." And that's why these conversations are important.
They do think that. Really straight guys would think that.
Yeah.
They would. And
then he kind of summed it up. He said, for me anyway, he said, it's about fragile masculinity at the end of the day, isn't it? And I think... Like, exactly fragile masculinity, I've seen untold numbers of that being demonstrated on Twitter over the past few days.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. And then Courtney said to India, "He's just not that into you."
She was wearing that,
which is a good way of putting
it. A giraffe onesie at this point, wasn't
that was
she?
it, yeah. I hadn't seen a onesie on Big Brother for a while.
Yeah.
It's Australia, they're behind, didn't they?
He should have worn a fucking skeleton onesie, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
For luck.
But true. But India trying to like blackmail someone into getting off of her, that's not really how it works, is it? No,
because that's like anyone trying to force them upon someone who isn't into them.
You.
So India ends up walking away in a bit of a huff, which I don't think was the best look for her.
No.
And then Malika, and this was in the preview, this is when she said, "I'm 100% sure we're living with a victim." And I thought, that's a little harsh.
I'm a bit torn because I do kind of agree with it.
I think the point is okay, but I think the delivery was maybe not the right way. Because she is a friend of India, and India does kind of confide in Malika a little bit.
I think Malika felt a bit bad about saying that the next day, and that's why they had that conversation. I do.
So Courtney, next we cut to the bathroom, and Courtney was basically changing back into Shane, and goes into the shower, and I kind of like the way...
Like Superman.
Yeah, I kind of like the way Big Brother shot it, so he chucked over his wig and his dress on the floor, and then comes out of the shower and decides to like reintroduce himself as Shane.
Shane isn't as cute as Courtney though, I don't think.
As a person?
Yeah.
I think they're equally cute, actually. I kind of like...
He looked like he was getting bald a bit.
Yeah, the hair's not as good, that's for sure. But who's got as good a hair as a drag queen?
That's true.
But like, I think he's a very attractive person.
Do you?
For me, who's not really attracted to that type of guy.
Yeah.
Like, as a woman, he's stunning.
As a woman, he's gorgeous.
His mind is incredible.
Yeah.
And the way he approaches these arguments, I think, is like so... Like, you don't see it on TV. So
some of those questions he was asking tonight, which we'll come on to, it's just like, whoa, like, I wouldn't even think of that question.
To pose it in that way.
And to just come back with, oh, but what about, and what about, and what about...
That
I'd be
was
like,
so good.
I wouldn't be quick enough to think like that. I know it in my head what I want to say, but I wouldn't be able to articulate it as well. But then he's probably quite used to having to deal with fucking idiots.
Yeah. But I just feel a little bit like I wish this was still like on with the viewing figures of Channel 4, and like this so needs to be heard.
Yeah.
And only 1.5 million or whatever people are watching it right now, and it's just a shame that it's not going further. But I hope it goes really far, because obviously Drag Race has got a huge audience, but that audience isn't the people that need to hear this.
No.
So in the bedroom, Rachel was comforting India.
Do you feel like Rachel enjoys the drama of it a bit?
A little bit.
She does.
Because actually, but I think Rachel is embracing her Big Brother life.
Yeah.
And she's sort of like submitting herself to the experience of Big Brother, which is more than Anne's willing to do.
Yeah.
Because Rachel's a bit above it, really.
Yeah.
In her personal life, in her
She's
career.
in there now.
Yeah, and I think it's cool that she's embracing it. But India said, and this is when I kind of felt for India, actually. She said, it doesn't mean anything if you don't believe it. And she's witnessing people calling her he. And she
said people just pretend to accept she's a woman. And I think that's true. Some people in there do pretend. Amanda, Anne. I think Rachel does accept her as a woman. It's probably just Amanda and Anne, actually.
And I'm sure, like in the outside world, there must be tons of people who she feels are pretending to accept it.
Oh, no doubt.
Anything more on that episode?
No, let's go on to tonight.
Yep.
And we're back. Ooh, we had a bit of a scare there, didn't we,
We
guys?
did have a scare. little scare. Nearly lost the whole freaking podcast, we thought.
It just said, we pressed stop and then it just said saving, and then it looked like it was going to delete.
That's too much.
2 hours, 15 minutes.
Yeah, and it's midnight now. We don't want to lose it now.
Do you know what? If that ever happened, I would not talk about the same thing again. I wouldn't. I'd just start from the next episode.
Let's do that was lost. Sorry,
I'd be
guys.
like, sorry. Just if you want to know what we think about that, just imagine. You probably got
They know
the
it's well
idea.
enough by now.
Yeah.
So
on to tonight's show.
Day 5 in the Celebrity Big Brother house.
D5.
Dear 5. The men were doing the chores and Anne was upset that she couldn't muck in.
Oh, poor Anne.
Oh, poor Anne.
She wants to be subservient.
John was talking about racial equality, but he kind of said, well, I wasn't treated as a black guy because I was a footballer. And who was he talking to us about? Is it India?
Remember.
Was it India?
Yeah, it was India.
And
yeah, it was.
India is the centre of all of these good conversations.
Yeah.
And didn't she raise this issue of bananas being thrown to a football pitch?
Yeah, she said, didn't that used to happen to you? And he went, happen all the time.
I said, I can't believe he's saying that like it's normal.
Yeah.
And you were like,
so matter of
people
fact.
just had to get used to it.
No, black people are just used to people being racist. It's not like when we hear about it, we're like, oh my God. It's just like a daily thing, but it's like a daily thing for them.
It's so sick.
It does not shock me in the slightest. And just the way they just deal with it, and they have to deal with it, because what choice they got?
You can't take on a crowd full of people.
No, you can't take on all these fucking idiots. So you'd be fighting all your life. Then you get accused of being an angry black person. So you
catch-22.
You can't win whatever you do.
So this is when I felt India's sort of storyline is starting to turn a little bit, and I'm hoping she's kind of learning a little bit how to soften up. And Ashley, who you said wants to say the PC thing all the time, she was saying to India that she needs to believe that she's lovable.
And India said, I just don't want to be lonely, which I think is the crux of all of India's issues, to be honest.
That was quite sad.
Yeah, because
really.
imagine having no one love you and no prospect, really, of, like, for me and you, if we're single, We know we're going to get another boyfriend again one day, even if it takes a while.
But
she
with
doesn't
India,
know.
there is a very small proportion of people that want to go for her, which you got to understand that that's the situation she's in, and that's quite sad.
But I think maybe she's looking in the wrong places.
Or is she even looking? Has she already resigned herself to it? Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Ashley said, there's so many people out there that don't care. You need to believe that you're lovable. Malika is what I've got next.
Oh, yeah. So Genuine told her that Chloe did that tweet about her, didn't he?
Saying, where can I watch Big Brother?
Yeah.
She
Geordie now. Outside contact. Why are they telling her things that have been said outside?
My girl tweeted saying, how can I watch her? I almost tweeted her back and said, videobrother.net.
Yeah, or BB Viewer. Used to be that BMX one.
Oh, yeah, but do they do UK?
I think so.
Joseph will tell you where you can watch it.
Yeah, sure.
Also, Gary, doesn't Gary post it somewhere and upload it somewhere? I don't know where he posts it actually.
Gary
Walpole.
Probably. Yeah. Don't you put it on Dr. Detroit's page?
That page ain't got nothing on it. I went on there.
Used to.
Like a chat room and a widget to play the show, and that was it.
Oh, if you're listening to this here, you're in the wrong place.
Andrew was making the bed. And he was using the very well documented Anthea Turner method, which I learned from Celebrity Big Brother 1 in must have been 2000, if not 2000, maybe 2001. Anthea Turner teaching Vanessa Feltz how to make the bed by turning the duvet inside out, getting the corners, flipping it, shaking it out, shaking it out. That's how you do the duvet.
I still don't understand it.
You do it the way where you like.
I did.
What do you do?
Anne Widdecombe way.
You like hold the corner of the duvet, get inside the cover,
that's what
and go
I
all the way in.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Why?
And then you always end up in the wrong bit. You got the wrong corner in there. I don't understand.
Doesn't make sense.
I don't understand the inside out way.
Turn it inside out. Put your hands inside. Grip into the corners like that.
Yeah.
Grab a corner of the duvet and then flip it out.
Really? And it's better to do it like that.
Yeah, much better.
Really?
Since I've seen Anthea do it, I haven't gone back.
All right, I'm going to try it next time.
That blew Anne Widdecombe's mind.
Yeah, I know. I was like, Anne Widdecombe, like, what? Okay, I'm going to try. My duvet needs changing, actually.
Please try it. And
I shall change it.
Maybe we should video it for Blast Extra.
Video my dirty old bed.
It's clean when you put it back on.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So Anne was trying to get involved, and Andrew kept saying to Anne, I will tackle you to the floor. She said,
well, I didn't have it.
That would be interesting.
She liked it. She liked
like
a bit of Andrew.
It's like Yoda.
Do the duvet, you will.
Tackle me to the floor, he will.
Okay, that's your new Anne accent. She does like Andrew.
She looked like she got the hots on Andrew.
But why is Andrew always crawling up her ass as well?
Andrew's
always with her. Every time you see Andrew's with Anne, it's that nighty, isn't it?
Dark salmon. Hashtag dark salmon.
So then I've got India.
God, are we doing a GIF?
You are.
Oh, fuck.
Then we've got India, Malika and Maggie.
Clearing the air.
Can't believe Jack posted that GIF of me and him. Shame. India.
Who gifts themselves? Oh,
I know, but that's for private use, not public consumption.
It's on Joseph's Giphy already.
No doubt. Hi, Joseph.
Malika and India were clearing the air in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
However, DCI Maggie walks in and they change the subject. I love a subject change when people walk in.
Yeah. That's the essence of the brand. Is Maggie following them around, or do they just live in a very small confined area?
I think she's following them around.
And Malika's giving it all dot cotton. Oh, I'm not one to gossip, but weren't she?
She was.
Then she's like, let's go talk in this cupboard and see if Maggie follows us.
Yeah, she said, yeah. If we go in the cupboard and she turns up, I'm going to be really suspicious. So they went into the storeroom. Now, I don't know about you, but I love a storeroom chat.
I like a storeroom snog.
Who is it that snogged?
Huey
and...
Huey
Ryan.
And
Ryan, yeah. Blind spot.
And and another gay couple, Christopher and Mark.
That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Also,
Gayest.
Chad and Sarah.
That wasn't in the story, that's in the kitchen.
But they did also go to the store.
Oh, they had a look. Oh,
day.
yeah, drunken fumble.
Stuff that story was seen.
My God, my eyes!
I can't see her. So Malika was, again, I'm not a gossipy person.
Malika was backtracking because she felt bad about
she didn't want India to feel victimised, but last night she went 100% victim.
She was backtracking. But I still like Malika.
She said, I don't want you to be the person every day who feels whose feelings are hurt.
That's nice.
And I do think that is genuine sentiment from Malika. And she said, don't let anyone murk this up for you. I like that.
Yeah. I think India probably would get on your nerves if you're in there with her, but no more so than Anne and everyone else.
Yeah, who would you rather live with? India or Anne?
India.
Of course, every time.
Then Wayne was telling some tales about Princess Diana.
Oh, hang on.
The old
What
Paul Burrell files.
Do you remember what Malika's mum says?
Oh! No, that was good though. Go on.
Don't beat the ignorant for being ignorant.
Okay. What shall we beat them for? They're
being
ugly, tasting shoes. Don't know what
I said. What if they're at mentioning me on Twitter?
Yeah. I say beat them. Beat them all with a stick.
Yeah, Princess Diana. Done.
Oh, fuck that. People's Princess.
India and Courtney.
Yeah.
What's this?
I put India and Shane.
Having a chat about attraction.
Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, because Shane stroke Courtney was trying to talk to India about, well, talk some sense to India, basically. But the interesting thing India said, and we've not got great notes on this because we just watched this on TV now, she said the trans side gets lost in the chorus. So I think India is upset about the LGBT. She just wants the T. She don't want the LGB in there,
the
does
true
she?
T.
Yeah, let alone the Q. She don't want that.
No.
Hell no. So I think India just looks at things just from her point of view. India is like Anne. She's very fixed in her point of view.
Was it Anne said? About your world being the story or whatever?
Oh, right. What, you're the star of your own...
Star of your own reality. I don't know. I hope India gets a show after this on Channel 5.
Doing what?
Dating.
Hold on, is she she's a newsreader.
She's already got her own show.
Yeah.
It's the news. But who is it that said, I think Courtney's or Shane said, we know that some people see us as the same and we're not.
Yeah. Correct.
And this is why I wrote India is journeying, and I love it. I think India's expanding her mind a little bit.
I think she will.
Expanding.
I think she will if they stay in there together a little while.
Next they talked about drag phobia, and India started to ask whether they could be friends. Like, I think we could be friends, kind of thing. And Courtney or Shane says, cut forward 2 weeks, India and I throwing white wine at each other.
I love that image. That'd make a good gift.
Do you think it'd be friendly or not?
It'd be what?
Friendly white wine throwing or not?
No. Yeah. White wine. I like the fact it's white wine as well. It's so girly.
Better than being dashed with water.
Stereotype writer.
Oh, I'm so glad to see the stereotype writer come back. Classic.
So it's men can't multitask, men can't endure pain, and what is it? Oh, men aren't in touch with their emotions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
so
I think it's just wrong. It's just wrong.
The men can now win immunity as well.
I don't know.
Yeah, they can. The winner of this gets immunity from being nominated this week. But yeah, when are these nominations going to take place? What day is it?
God
well, it's
knows.
only Sunday, isn't it?
Anne literally turned her chair round and looked the other way. She takes things a little bit too seriously, I think.
I think she realises she's on a game show.
No, she can't get a boyfriend.
Look, if Mr. Right had come along, had Mr. Mr. Right had come along, I'd be open to it. Open to it, I would be.
Against positive discrimination, I am. I can't be
Anne is the new Yoda. So multitasking, what was it again?
Oh,
this was not an accurate test, because what woman wears heels, goes on an exercise bike, puts makeup on, and makes a sandwich at the same time?
Also, Courtney has an unfair advantage because she puts makeup on.
That's true.
Did you see when she was helping Wayne along in his heels? That was quite funny. That could be a good gif, actually.
So the enduring pain one was, they had this like.
How do they know that feels like?
I wonder that.
Also,
It's
shouldn't it be between your legs, not on your stomach?
a stimulator to like. Is this like
Who invented such a thing?
What's it called? Slender tone. It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
it looks like one of those.
those.
Me too.
Crap.
Actually, I think it works.
I couldn't even be bothered to stick it on. We talked about this on the podcast before. Couldn't even be bothered to get it out the.
It's so cold when you stick it on for the first time.
It does feel horrible.
But yeah, I wonder how accurate is that thing. So it supposedly simulates going into labour.
Does it simulate having your fucking vagina ripped in after your arsehole?
Exactly, we talked about that earlier. I've heard that happens. That is
and you shit
horrible
yourself.
Image.
And you have to get it stitched up, and then afterwards you pee yourself for the rest of your life every time you laugh.
Is that to do with having babies? I thought that was just like a thing that happens to women anyway.
No.
So if you don't have
My
baby, you're fine.
vagina's tight as a drum. I'm sure you're pleased to hear that, listeners.
So Anne goes into the diary room and she goes, "Since when was inflicting pain entertainment?"
Has she never seen a BDSM section on YouPorn?
Yeah. And has she never seen Big Brother before? Inflicting pain has been part of Big Brother for years and years and years.
Yeah,
years and years.
I like a bit of pain.
No pleasure, no yin and yang, whatever it is, right? But Anne was making Jess feel guilty. Now, you said nobody can make you feel guilty.
No one can make me feel guilty, but Jess they can, because she's like a... Jess is one of those people on BBUS. She's HOH. You're the last person to talk to her, and you just get what you want, don't you? Because she's just like, oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Why was she crying though?
She's a dumb cunt.
What did Anne say to her? I don't get it.
She's like, fuck knows.
Right, next task, expressing their emotions. So the boys, it came down to... Why was it between John and... I don't know why John was the winner.
Because they were...
Oh, John won the labour task.
Yeah, Dapper lost, just give up.
Courtney won the multitasking. So it came down between
John
and Shane J.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to express genuine emotion and they had to cry. Now,
I couldn't do that.
During this process, every girl in the room
was crying.
Apart from Anne Widdecombe was crying.
Were they playing that sad music in the
That
room?
was
Are
the
you
edit.
sure?
No.
Why were they all crying then? It made no sense.
Because they were overcome by the efforts of them to like shed a little tear.
Now, which Spice Girl do you like to think about when you're crying? Sorry, I've ruined it.
I like to think of Melanie C.
Yeah, her voice makes me cry.
I like
nails
her
down
voice.
a fucking blackboard. Oh, it's horrendous. Talking of 90s tattoos like we were yesterday.
I turn to you. Oh, we were talking about 90s tattoos. Barbed wire, gold teeth.
Tribal.
So tribal.
Of all the people to think about to make you cry, Geri Halliwell.
But it wasn't exactly Geri Halliwell. It was that when Shane was 14, Geri Halliwell was like a beacon of hope for him in, female empowerment, girl power, be yourself sort of stuff. And
Geri Halliwell, the Union Jack, used to be a symbol of hope back then, not like on Twitter nowadays.
No, that is iconic. That like tea towel dress that she had. And he said that he realised that his intention was like to kind of embody Geri Halliwell, I think, and to be a positive example
and be a girly
on
boy
the show for the girly boys.
Yeah,
it's Gary Levy all over again, and that made him shed a real tear. And the klaxon went off, and he was the winner. Shane did not need that immunity.
No.
No one's going to nominate Shane.
No. Anne thought the task was barbaric. And she said her opinion has changed of Maggie because Maggie was laughing at people in pain. And I don't think it was morally right. Okay, she don't think that's morally right, but she thinks not allowing gay people to marry is morally right. Okay, Anne. You need to get your morals checked at the doctors, you fuckwit.
The power room opened up next, and there was cocktails for the immunity holders, and they were in those little dish glasses that I like.
Fancy.
But they were glittery handles. That wasn't so fancy.
Hold on, what about Dapper's joke that you made about the birthmark?
Oh, wasn't that spliced into it?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, what was that all about? Go
I felt like I ain't giving it the airtime, but I did laugh to it. But it was,
you liked it.
I know it was sexist, but it was funny.
It was like
No, it's quite clever.
It was
to
like a guy left to go to the toilet,
so
and
he's
he went,
pretending he slept with his girlfriend, but it was completely
crap.
sexist. All his humour is just base humour.
Yeah, but if you go to one of his shows, what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, yes.
Giving the people what they wanted.
Yeah.
Shane J.
Great unwashed.
Shane J came into...
Who the fuck is Shane J?
Courtney.
Let's just say Courtney.
Came into like his element in... I think this was incredible
good.
scenes when he said...
jaw-dropping moment.
He said, I did some Googling before I came in here, and he knows that Anne has voted against a lot of LGBT legislation. She has.
And she's like, well, I voted on
the R2D2 now.
She went, well, I voted on a lot of different things. And then he's like, well, let's start with marriage equality.
Yeah.
I tried to be serious because she was like trying to like minimise it, going, oh well, I voted on a lot of things, like trying to fudge the issue basically.
Yeah, I voted
loads of
narrow-mindedly on everything,
loads of barbaric things. And he was like, right, let's start with marriage equality. It was just so good the way
he just pulled it out. Like, okay, here's where we start.
Yeah,
marriage is an institution set up for the stability of society.
Not that I would know because I've never even had fucking sex. Stupid cunt. And then
maybe she's a no sex before marriage kind of person.
Yeah, she is. Yeah,
God.
Yeah, because she's a Catholic.
She's Catholic.
Yeah.
Oh. Shit.
And then
with a
Shane was talking about legislation of homosexuality, and then
Rachel got involved.
Yeah, they were arguing about what year it was.
Was it 1969 or 1967?
Yeah. It's like they were arguing as if that was the important point, like trying to one up each other on the date.
It so much.
It was just like, what the fuck? It was good when Rachel stepped in and piped up. And then they were saying about
it's about the age of consent, about the vote as to whether the age of consent for guys to have sex together should be 16, which is for straight people. Yeah. For a straight couple, like I don't know if it's the same in America. People might not know this.
It's
16. It's 16 here, but it was 18 for guys to decide to have sex.
Well, gay sex used to be illegal altogether when I was a kid.
When you were a kid?
Yeah, no, not gay sex. Like anal sex.
Sodomy.
Yeah, don't use the word sodomy.
No, but that's the term.
That used to be illegal when I was a kid.
How?
For men and women.
No, surely not.
Yeah, it was. I remember it. In fact, I remember the first time I did it, it was illegal. That's how I remember it.
Are you sure?
I
swear. Are you sure that with the legalisation of homosexuality it didn't become okay?
It was illegal up until... I'm trying to think when I first did it. Oh God, this is a bit revealing. I think it was about 1996.
No.
Yeah, honestly, I swear to God, because I remember it.
That's mad.
I swear to God, I remember it. For men and women, it was illegal. So that's
a stupid law.
I know, like mind your own business.
People put what the fuck they want in their arse. If there's a cock, it's none of your business.
Mind your own business.
It's like, I can put a cucumber up there, but I can't put a cock up there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Cucumber.
Cucumber.
But the point was,
anything's a dildo if you try hard enough.
But Anne was going, oh, well, I think the age of consent should be raised anyway to 18, presumably. And then Courtney goes to her, oh, well, presumably you lobbied for, like, the age of consent to go up there after that all happened. She's like, no, mate, actually, I didn't. No shit, Yoda.
That was the perfect point to raise.
That was so good.
So sharp.
She has such good arguments. He, she, sorry. Well, don't matter. That was such a good question, though. I love the fact she's putting Anne in her place. It's so good. Oh, and then Courtney says something about queer, and Anne goes,
I couldn't say that.
Yeah,
because
I'm not allowed to say that word. But I thought queer was still offensive. But I know
it's LGBTQ.
Yeah, but I know it's been reclaimed by gay people, but gay people can say it, but straight people can't. Is it one of those?
I don't know if it is, you know.
I wouldldn't say it personally.
Yeah, it does sound. I think. But then I said to you, is it context? Is it context? Is it the way people say it? Is it the meaning behind it? But no,
if
you're
you
probably
go, oh,
right.
you fucking queer.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not so good. No. Or if you go, oh, my friend so and so is queer.
Yeah, it still sound a bit weird to me.
But I know people who describe themselves as queer.
But what is that? Am I queer because I'm gay? But I would never say, hey, yeah, I'm queer.
Sometimes James would say he was queer, but then he was bi. So maybe it's a bit more of an
undecided,
ambiguous one.
Maybe
not undecided, because I think you've decided, but
we decided you're not.
Yeah.
Okay, oh shit, I'm doing like it's black or white, one or the other.
Yeah, it's more of a grey area one, I think. But I don't know. There's so many different ones. I do get confused. You don't know, and you are gay.
I don't know,
so...
but then I don't really like going for the whole scene, so I don't really know what people are using out there.
No, I thought you were. Oh yeah, I made a joke on Twitter that Gaz won't get about is Maggie the new Andy Heron going from room to room mixing, but
I think you've mentioned him before. I think you have mentioned him before.
He's the floater rat.
This coloured hankies discussion came up.
Oh yeah,
well,
we've talked about that on the podcast before.
Anne changed the subject to the bow tie for some reason.
Because Anne was under the cosh, that's why.
But like, it's just like painful to watch, isn't it?
Do you know about the different
as
colour?
if Anne gives a fuck about anyone's attire.
Do you know about the hankies, what the different colours mean?
No.
I used to know some.
But I know about like, isn't there one that means not available for fucking? NAF.
Really?
NAF stands for not available for fucking. There's like one hanky that means that.
Why don't you just not have a hanky if you're not available?
Don't know. But purple apparently means drag queen.
Oh.
According to Courtney.
And then Courtney said in the DR, was that in the DR at the end? The majority of people agree with me, but I might give people food for thought.
Yeah, he's just what I like about Courtney. He's just such an advocate for having the conversation and putting the conversation out there. And actually, if you didn't see it, I have retweeted it, but have a look at Big Brother's Twitter feed, because there's a little bit more of the conversation between Courtney and India about gender being not necessarily black and white, not men and women, but being a bit more fluid.
Oh yeah, that was
and being
good.
a scale from 1 to whatever.
Did you retweet it? Yeah?
I've retweeted it.
Okay, cool. We can retweet it on BB on Blast as well, because it's probably easier to find stuff.
Because
on there.
I think that is like really interesting to see this like different side of the thought that you don't get in mainstream TV.
No.
And that didn't make it into the edit, unfortunately.
No,
and I think that's what people need to hear.
Because it was too long.
Yeah.
So that's it for the shows.
One thing, in the diary room, India referred to Maggie as Maggie Marple, which I thought was quite good.
Do you want the swine?
Not really. I've had enough of wine.
I have to. Had enough of whining. So I've got some other quick matters.
Oh yeah.
Ratings, don't care about that. We already kind of discussed that. The CBB hashtag, you said it's not been trending, and you're right, it hasn't been. But I noticed different hashtags trend on, when I go on our BB on Blast account, sometimes things are trending on there. So how is it it's because we're more Big Brother related.
Yeah, but like, why would any of our accounts not be showing CBB
Because
trends?
I've seen India trending on there, and I've seen Courtney trending on there. Weird, isn't it?
I want to see if anything's trending now.
But you're right, nothing's going to be trending now. You're right, I ain't seen CBB trending on there once.
I haven't. But maybe that's why Big Brother's upped their idents. So at the end of every part of the show, there was an eye flash with the female symbol in it, and it hashtag CBB on it. As if people couldn't remember the hashtag.
Yeah.
What is it again? What show are we watching?
What else? If you haven't seen our videos from when we went to the house, have a look. Gaz does a really good tour around the house. I know we already mentioned it. But we've got some other videos on our Facebook page now. If you want to send us feedback, send it to bbonblastpod@gmail.com. You can also send us money to that address. You know, we're going to put a website up. It can't be fun.
You were working on that.
I know. I think we might as well just use the Facebook page, isn't it? No one's going to send us
money on there.
No one's going to send us any money.
I
said we'll never ask for money. I'm just like, yeah, send us some money. Look, I don't want to read out people's feedback, so send me money. I don't care. Hold on, we've got feedback. I do want to read it out. Should we read it out?
Let's do the feedback.
Let's do it quickly then, because I need to go to bed.
I've got to get home before I can go to bed.
All right. Oh, and we need to do the special word if you got this far.
Sorry, can I just say, I just checked now. Bearing in mind, this is how many hours after the show aired? At least 2.5. Andrew is trending.
I just thought, who the fuck is Andrew?
Off The Apprentice. It could be a different Andrew, I suppose.
Yeah, it's probably Angie, some footballer or something.
Holly Willoughby's trending, but not India Willoughby.
You should seriously though. You should follow our Facebook page. It's really good. BB on Blast. Can you follow our Twitter? BB on Blast Twitter. I know most of you have done it now. Also, I sound.
We don't have many followers on the Twitter though. On the brand Twitter.
I sound down about the feedback, but it's just because Gaz came around so late, and now it's midnight. I've got to go work tomorrow. So, Gaz, can you do the feedback?
Do you want me to log into the email? Because I've not got it open on my phone, but I can.
Well, I can't
do
log into
it
it on that thing.
I thought you had it on your iPad.
No.
Just bear with me while I go into Gmail.
But we have...
Also, worth noting, BigBrotherAuditions.com. You can now apply for Big Brother.
Don't do that, because you want to apply. Don't encourage the competition.
Who says I'm applying? I might not apply.
Oh.
I might not apply. I'm chilled. I don't want to be in the house. It's not like I'm in my element running around it. Go check that out on our Facebook page.
But we are really enjoying this series, aren't we? It feels like actual Big Brother again. Doesn't it?
I just feel like when Big Brother is raising issues that should be confronted in society, that's when it's at its best. Like,
yeah.
It's so good.
It's been... I wonder what made them make the decision to go down this road.
Me too.
Rather than
because they've been moving
usual...
so far from it.
It's funny, isn't it? And then by the sounds of it, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but it sounded like the summer one was going to be even more so, didn't it? Well, that's all I said. That's not that bad. I didn't even mention that.
It sounds like it's going. It sounds like
redacted.
It's going that way.
Yeah,
like it's going
that's okay to say that.
Well,
As if fucking Ian Sines is listening this far. Come on, man. Or whoever's been assigned to listen to this. Hey, Alfie. Not that Alfie. Hey, other Alfie. I just waved as I said that. Yeah, because they got to listen to it, like, check we ain't saying anything out of line. Oh, can we say this, please? Is it okay if we say this? Fuck that. Say what we fucking well want.
So do we read Laurie's feedback from Friday, is it?
There's 2 bits of feedback from her.
Happy New Year, Lindsay, Gaz and Towie.
Towie just did.
As my favourite archival site removed UK videos for copyright bullshit, I only got to watch the launch of BB4. But I thought Video Brother still has the entirety of BBUK. Thanks for letting me know it was a BB bore and not to lose any sleep over it. Right,
correct.
Big Brother 4 has a bad rep though. There are some classics in there.
Dreadful.
And Lisa James, who could kill you with these 2 fingers, she now follows us on our Twitter.
Hi, Lisa.
So maybe she's going to listen. Being_loud Rowan and I watched BB5 DMing about the episodes.
Oh, that's cute. I love that.
Privacy breach.
That's cute.
I really enjoyed having her to type to about that fantastic season and highly recommend getting a Twitter or email buddy for any of your listeners wanting to watch old seasons.
Our 2 best fans there. Because they've sent us... No, they just are. They just are anyway.
I'm looking forward to listening to you two do a Blast from the Past DVD rewatch at some point after this Big Brother Marathon in 2018.
We got like a whole year's of Big Brother coming up now.
And also, the thing... Yeah, we've got so much Big Brother coming up. But the thing about Big Brother 5 is it doesn't have an official DVD.
Oh, but we're just going to watch first and last episode or something.
I mean, it has got one that was a freebie, but it's not the same... It's not a full uncut DVD.
Oh, well, we could watch that.
I got it from the Sun newspaper.
Let's not worry about that. That's going to be like next October or something.
Yeah. You asked on your Big Brother 3... We haven't done Big Brother 4 yet. You asked on your Big Brother 3 pod whether I liked Davina or Emma better. Did we ask Laurie directly? I didn't remember that. I really liked Emma after seasons of the Chenbot as my only host reference. But first, I must say, watching the true enthusiasm of Davina put her in my number 1 spot.
Gaz would be happy about that.
Like, Davina lived and breathed Big Brother as much as I do, and she got so excited about
as
it.
Much as I do.
No, if not more. But I think there was a period where Davina did tire of it a little bit. I think by Big Brother 10,
like
Big Brother 10, I think she was waning a bit. But when you went to a live eviction show and Davina was there, she was so excited before the show started, between the takes. Like, I was there for a launch and she was so revved up for it to start. And you don't really feel that from Emma. But I do think Emma's a little bit more enthusiastic this year because I feel like it's recovering what Big Brother is for all of us. Because Emma is a true Big Brother fan.
I know she is. She's very, very shrill.
She's the OG after all. What does that mean, OG? Original?
Don't know. But yeah, like it's like a rap thing, isn't it?
I know Brian takes over at some point. Could you give a recap of what happened? Don't ask so much, Laurie. So basically, Big Brother 11 was the last Big Brother on Channel 4. Well, following that, there was this Ultimate Big Brother where old housemates went back in, and spoiler alert, Brian was the winner. And
that's bad.
It ended with a really emotional tribute to Jade Goody. Davina was like really emotional. There was like a funeral for Big Brother. It was quite sad.
It was
sort of like, what's the word that I'm looking for?
Poignant.
What's not like remorse? Something morse. Remorse? No, I can't think of the word. Not remorse. Anyway, it was a bit like it was like a loss for everyone. But like, it came back on Channel 5 the next year, and with Davina had already like said her goodbyes. She'd said her goodbyes.
Yeah.
She'd already come to terms with the fact that Big Brother was ending and she wasn't going to carry on, and Brian just seemed like the logical continuation for Channel 5 at that time. But Emma was already on the presenting team for Big Brother, and it should have been Emma, in my view, because Emma used to do the online stuff.
Some people like Brian.
Well,
he wasn't the great
like
host.
Brian.
But I like Brian.
I love Brian, but as a host, he wasn't the right fit.
Yeah, but I don't like the shit that Brian gets, because Brian's 2-time Big Brother winner, and what? Brian is like Big Brother royalty, and I don't like people giving him shit. It's rude. So
it's true. He's the biggest Big Brother winner
and
ever.
Also, Brian is actually good at hosting some shows. He used to be great on The Mint.
Wow.
So basically, everyone took the piss out of Brian, and then Emma come in.
Yeah. And Channel 5 got rid of him in a sort of not very nice way.
Yeah, they did actually.
Yeah. I did figure out who walked on their tiptoes. It was Jade Lynch from 2015 Big Brother. Okay.
Did somebody get a warning?
Classic. I went on Wiki and searched back through the cast photos till I found her. Okay, good. I agree with Joseph. There's a correlation between soap operas and Big Brother for those of us that enjoy people watching. I watched soap operas for decades and remember being a middle schooler folding laundry in front of the TV over summer vacation, so I didn't miss anything. Not much has changed, lol. Lastly, I recently watched a YouTube video called Jade a Year Without Her from 2010.
Oh,
I've seen that myself.
I must have seen that, I reckon.
What a tearjerker of a video.
Oh.
If any of your listeners want a good cry, there's that.
Oh God, that's not the one that I watched when I had a meltdown, is it? I know, that was the wedding. That was when I took too many drugs and had to ring...
But I'm sure it's in there.
I had to ring A&E.
Bits in it. Did you?
Yeah.
And also,
it was a dark time.
And if you want to cry about anything else, just think of Geri Halliwell. Glad your pods and blogs are back. Ever your loyal listener. Laurie from Oregon, not Canada, lol.
And Laurie,
oopsie.
Thank you so much for your package. It was lovely. We did a video for you on our Facebook
nice package,
page.
Laurie. Cool.
Especially the heirlooms. I will treasure them.
That is a big deal.
That is a big deal.
That is like an honour.
If you want to send me your family heirlooms, feel free.
There is a part 2 of this feedback, though.
Yeah.
And sorry, I'm pissed off that the website with all the UK-based search seasons got shut off. I totally would have gone back through the Little Brothers to find the Paul Danan episode.
That is hardcore. That is hardcore.
You're right, I did freak out when he appeared on screen.
That's hilarious.
Joseph has been in touch. You know Joseph. Joseph from Las Vegas.
He's only had about 500 mentions on this podcast.
I know. It's like the Joseph show.
Joseph's everywhere. He's like omnipotent.
It's like India Willoughby.
No, Maggie.
Maggie Marple. Hey, Gaz and Linz. It was so fun watching you two.
Gaz come first?
Because I'm the man around here and the men come first.
No, the women came first.
Adam and Eve.
Shut up.
It was so fun watching you two walking down Boreham Wood, and checking out the charity shops. Check that out on our Facebook page, Essential Viewing. Think over here, it's called thrift stores.
Oh, that sounds nicer.
No, I don't think it is. A thrift store is not necessarily for charity.
It's like a vintage shop, isn't it?
Goodwill is a charity store here for clothes and such. Now on to CBB. Without any further ado, my thoughts about the whole India situation is that since she has transitioned, why is it that there needs to be a label that she is a transsexual instead of blatantly saying that she's a female?
Yeah. Well,
yeah? Let me say it for you again. I am a real woman.
Yeah.
So it really penetrates. I like how you put in your blog, Linz, how it is an old term. And it really is. And to me, having that label put on her that she's trans versus a woman would be made simpler if trans wasn't even mentioned.
Interesting.
I think it's good.
I think maybe in the future it will be like that, but I think we're a bit too far behind for that at the moment.
I can't believe Gaz doesn't like Will and Grace. Please. Bitch, please. I don't like that shit.
Joseph, not everyone likes all the millions of TV shows that you like.
And I'm just not big on American TV in general. Comedy, I don't like it. American dramas, I don't really like it either.
Gosh, shut up. Get on with it.
I know that you don't like the US sitcoms, and the only one you've enjoyed was Friends. Well, yeah, because I told you it. It's not like you've read my mind. But hopefully you give the 1985 sitcom The Golden Girls a chance. Why would I go back to a sitcom from 1985? I wasn't born.
Joseph, stop trying to get people to watch things. We'll just watch what we want to watch.
I'm not going to watch The Golden Girls ever.
I've watched it. It's crap.
But it's absolute shit. Like, how could... I don't think comedy from 1985 is going to tick my boxes. Do you? I like weird, dark, obscure comedy off Channel 4.
Oh,
like,
get you.
I do. Like Flowers or whatever. Green Wing. Check out Green Wing. That was great. What about Latago?
Oh.
That Jungle Snake.
He's done a sound clip. Can you play it?
Should we play it? It's designed as an intro. This is the intro test subject number 1. We've grown it in the lab. With a crowd sound effect.
Sorry, we didn't play it at the start.
The most black jungly snake. Jungly? Did you mean jungly or jungle?
Jungle is massive.
Tell me, jungle massive.
Wicked.
Tell me what you think. And I could have made changes before the CBB show at 9
Too
p.m.
late.
It's the first draft.
Oh, God, no.
And welcome back. As they say in Spanish, Despacito. Puerto Rico. Okay, let's see. Is this going to be like what we hear on Couch Potatoes?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new year of Big Brother Madness. Starting off with Celebrity Big Brother UK. Taking you on a run like Lindsay crossing the sheet is the LG Connection. Lindsay and Gas.
Wow.
He's the new Marcus Bentley.
I don't know what any of that said. Do you?
It said something about me running across the street.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand that.
Why?
Because of the voice effect on it.
Can you make it more understandable for Gaz next time?
Wow. Like, what an honour that you've spent your time
Can you do subtitles next time?
to change your voice for that.
But you've got a nice voice anyway. You should just do it in your normal voice.
Yeah, I liked his accent when he did a message last time.
Yeah.
It said the LG Connection.
Like your phone.
Life's good. Lindsay and Gaz, isn't it?
Oh, right, yeah. You haven't even got an LG phone.
No, of course not. Why would I have an LG? It's crap.
Shite.
I liked it, but I would have liked it if it had gone into like the Big Brother theme tune or something. Did you think he got a crowd in and made them record that, or did he take it from a YouTube
I think
video?
it said in the email, but I can't remember. Look, I'm very tired now. We must go to bed. Thank you for sending that in.
Thanks, Laurie, for sending.
By the way, we don't want no more
letters.
We ain't playing no voicemails on the show. If you send a short clip like that, fine. But I don't want Joseph going on for 10 minutes on the show. I listened to another podcast that was slagging off Joseph, so it was funny. Joseph knows. He's already listened to it. I told him about it on Facebook. He's listened to it. He loves it. What else? Follow me on Twitter, LightUpVM.
Follow me on Twitter if you don't already. BB_superfan. Why not? If not yet.
Why not?
Follow our brand account at BB on Blast.
I've even updated our iTunes picture. Finally worked out how to do it. Read my book, First Aid Kit Girl. Look at all our videos. Gaz done some really good videos, and in them I'm quite dismissive, but looking back,
it's fun though.
Really rather good.
Like that video captures us in the Big Brother house.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I do a really good roll eyes at you at one point. Like a teenager.
We've run out of time. And I'm like, shit, we've got to take a picture.
Yeah, Josh Grant said he liked the urgency.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, in that video you get to see inside the Big Brother's fridge, look at the food they provide them, have a look at the makeup they gave them on the side of the bedside tables, and also the shit that was in the toilet.
But you didn't look inside the hatch, did you?
I didn't see the hatch.
No, failed.
Damn.
Failed. We need a secret word.
Oh, God, no, don't do it to me.
Oh, here we go. What's a funny word that we've heard tonight? Barbaric?
You said that. Did Anne say that?
Said it, I
Did Anne
think.
say that? It means I've got to make a gif of the week, and I can't be
God.
arsed with it, to be quite honest with you.
No, but...
Right, if you've listened to this for the first time, I used to do this thing where it's a gif of the week, and if you use the hashtag and you listen to the end of the podcast, you tweet it at us, and as
Just
a
tweet
reward,
the word.
you get a gif of the week.
You got a whole week to do it. You can do it.
Gaz's GIF of the week.
The word is barbaric. Send us it. That's it. You got to do the GIF.
Okay.
That one with Wayne nearly falling over was quite. Well, we can't do Courtney falling over because everyone's already done that.
No, that's gift to fuck.
God, should we stop fucking talking? If you made it this far, you deserve a fucking medal. God, imagine if it don't save now. Right, we're off. See you later.
And please report the trolls. We can take them down together.
Let's stamp out those trans hating motherfuckers.